stop putting it over there. Stop moving it. Leave it where it is. What are you doing?
Put it down.
Pink, I'm gonna boot you out.
We're gonna hit you with the stop sign.
Hank, I'm gonna shoot you.
Pink, we're gonna fuck you. I mean,
What? Woo?
Bam, 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 bam. I just ran over John Cena with a hoverboard. Bah, 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 bah. I can't fucking see him because he's smeared against my windshield. I've got a fine of 32,000. I can pay that, I think. Pay fine. Yeah, I'm a law-abiding citizen again! Yeah. I could just pay the fine for murder. Yeah! Inu, I'm going to, like, trust that that was just you missing the S, and not, like, either me not God is dead. God remains dead, and we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderers of all murderers? And what was holiest and mightiest of all in the world has yet... Fuck you, Goodreads. What was holiest and mightiest of all that the world has yet owned, has bled to death under our knives? Who will wipe this blood off of us? What water is there for us to clean ourselves? What festivals of atonement? What sacred games shall we have to invent? Is it not the greatness of this deed too great for us? Must we ourselves not become gods simply to appear worthy of it?
Less politics, more gawk.
Thank you. My girl cock is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left every cock I own in one piece. That is what I have to work with, because I'm still wearing my pajamas. Because I woke up really late. And it is extremely fucking cold. Okay, well not all of us can be like exotherms. Some of us are really thin and have no flesh. I should get myself a bathrobe? How would a bathrobe help? Put it on my back. How do I do that? Okay, so this is a sniper rifle. Oh, I can only have 2 guns? Wait, or... Stay there. I'm going to do... There. That's my rebellion right there. He has stinky butt. He has stinky butt. My rebellion. Fuck you. Oh, what is here? What is here? What is this? This is the edge of my desk. I'm going to walk this way.
Slow clap for them.
Okay, hangar 8.
So my course is set correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm actually heading there, and like maybe it's just a visual bug for me, and in the correct amount of time I'll just like pop up.
Hang on, I'm gonna fix the boopa. Even if it kills me. Especially if it kills me, actually.
No, Pebble.
If it doesn't kill me, it doesn't count. Opt for the packaging that just says, "This is a 6-foot-long dragon cock." That's the real packaging you get if you're not a coward. Ah, sunlight. And fresh, clean, smoggy air. It's at least 5% oxygen. Ah, the freshest air I've tasted in hours.
God, I'm so sorry.
I wish to lick the meats. I wish to slurp all over the meats. Like, I want to make a big, chunky mech. I want to make a mech that's so fucking chunky, you fucking, like, you bite it and you die of cholesterol. Does that make sense? That probably makes sense. Fine. Worst part is there... What the fuck? The worst part is there's not really, like, a lot of missions available right now, and I don't know why. Virgo, why are you wearing pants?
Virgo, why are you wearing pants?
Oh yeah, Virgo, take fucking Virgo. You gotta fucking live your truth. Yep, thank you for the sippy. I'm drinking out of my girl cock.
Well, anything can have his voice.
Yeah, I remember someone said that that the mod should be edited so that way only certain monsters can use it.
Yeah.
But right now we have it.
Hey,
so
it's
awful.
me, Goku!
Jesus!
Too high over the platform, you fall and break your leg. Oh boy. Whoa. Is this friend? Friend? Okay, friend. Why does he not have a mark over his head? Restless memories. Hang on. If I do go floor again, I want to be able to, like, actually show it. Oh, it doesn't even register me on the floor because it, like, always puts my feet on the... I really need to get leg trackers, don't I? I really do. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. This is Grungle. Ah. Is left to fucking add more time to the clock and get where we need to be. A guy goes in the cage part. Fucking Christ. What is Singular Point and why does Jet Jaguar look like this? Ah! Let's go! Oh, wait, did it add... Wait, did that add the timer? Did that add to the timer just then?
He's a sweet boy, but he is a menace.
He is very much a menace. Pinky boy. Well, this looks like a fucking arena.
This looks like a job.
I like Digimon. Fuck. God is dead.
Isn't that charming?
That was horrifying. A pregnancy test.
Oh my god. No! No!
What, is that not what it is?
It's a thermometer!
What do you mean it's a thermometer? It's a pregnancy test.
Are you being a shit or are you being for real?
No, is that not a pregnancy test?
It's a digital thermometer.
Looks like a digital train as far as I can tell. I can still move my fingers and a little bit my thumb. I can still fingers, I can still move them. I can still feel my fingers. Apparently, if I can if you get like the bad parent RNG, just like you gotta just do a soft restart. I'm sorry, you gotta try again. Like I know you lose like 9 months on the run, but like come on. Alright, so let's see this trailer. Tenkaichi 4, Dragon Ball Sparking. Alright. Thank you, Graham. Oh boy, alright, Jesus, alright, okay, so, oh, jeez, does that put us over a threshold? I think that puts us over a threshold. Alright, hang on, let's see, so we're at 294.5, plus, parentheses, 50 times $2.50. I mean, look. You mean to tell me you've never had a buddy fall asleep and you had to double check if they were dead using the brick test? It's very, very conclusive. Also has a very high failure rate, like for people being actually dead. Kinda weird how so many people just die when they fall asleep. That's honestly really weird. Hey, bud. Buddy, you okay? See? Perfect example of the brick test. You might think this guy is unconscious on his feet, but actually... See, he's alive! The brick test, it worked! And now we know hostile entity. The brick test works! Hello everybody, we're back. Hopefully it works this time, otherwise I shall scream. I shall do big heckin' scream. Biggest scream you ever done did here. Oh my lord. Oh, whoop whoop, don't wanna do that. Oh my lord, you do not wanna hear me do a scream. You're gonna make me scream loud as fuck, boy. Zippy. What the fuck are these gloves? Face of the younger sibling gets all the good toys and you get dirt. Yeah, kind of. One thing I don't like about being a Worgen is my fucking mane clips through every hood I fucking own. That is what I have to work with because I'm still wearing my pajamas. Because I woke up really late. And it is extremely fucking cold. Okay, well not all of us can be like exotherms. Some of us are really thin and have no flesh. I should get myself a bathrobe. How would a bathrobe help? How they're trying to make YouTube safe for kids. So like, them saying like, oh, we're making YouTube safe for kids. Like, YouTube Kids exists. Like, okay, so like, I don't have kids. I don't plan on ever having kids. If I ever purchase a child, my chair groaned, and so basically, like, this entire time, like, I've been leaning forward, right, which I shouldn't be doing anyway, and then, like, I adjusted, my chair fucking went, like, and fucking, and I was not ready for it, and my spine did a pop. It was great. Virgo, why are you wearing pants?
Virgo, oh, why are you wearing pants?
Like fucking Virgo, take fucking Virgo. You gotta fucking live your truth. Jesus Christ. Using the dick in a feminine way, I feel like that would be less to like little to no bottom dysphoria, but if it's being done in a way that is inherently masculine, then I feel like that is a different thing. You know what I mean? Okay then. I'm in. Hello? Mr. Criminal? I'm here to shoot you, Uwu. Mr. Criminal, please don't resist, okay, Uwu? Mr. Criminal? I just have this high-powered rifle, okay? Ooh. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. He was so confused. I feel like I'm actually either I'm literally either like bullying bots or children.
The ECM fog is going to interfere with comm until it's disabled. Follow the beacons left by
Oh
the
boy.
drone.
Hey, did you know that in terms of human and Pokemon breeding? No! Punished for my crimes! Ah. I regret nothing. Like, I remember having to, like, time powers being mandatory a lot more. So I don't know if this is just, like, the fact that I'm not a child anymore. And so, like, I'm better at video games. Or what? Blah. Hello, everybody. I am here. Spriggy is here. I'm playing Minecraft. Sprig is doing something else.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I broke everything. So I had to disable the Minecraft letter redeem. I'm sorry. My arm is still broken. Also...
Oh, I realized a dumb thing, by the way.
What?
So you remember the D&D combo build that I used, like, thrust upon you unbidden in the middle of the night one day?
Oh yeah, you did do that, yeah?
I realized there's a better way to do it.
Oh no.
Instead of to both being thief rogues, the loader plays as a mastermind rogue and picks up the tandem tactician feat.
Oh no.
Because now when you do the help action, it's a 40-foot range for 2 creatures instead of just for 1 creature, and you can do it as a bonus action.
Sprig.
So you use your action to load, and then you bonus action help 2 creatures.
Sprig.
Yes?
I want to remind you that Canada is the #1 exporter of reasons for the Geneva Convention. And remember that, like...
It is funny that, like, there's a lot of rules in the Geneva Convention that were created because of things Canadians did.
Yeah. I just want to say, because I remember a story you said about that weird racist guy who said you weren't a real Canadian. No. You got the spirit of Canada in you.
Yeah. No, the people that kept doing the go back where you came from things.
Yeah, like, fuck it, like, nah. Like, holy shit.
You know what, I'm gonna do Minecraft as well.
Hmm. Hell yeah. I was trying to think of like, okay, so like, you know, America has all those folk heroes like Sam Irons and fucking David Crockett and fucking that big ass mountain dude whose name I forget.
Paul Bunyan?
Paul Bunyan, that's the motherfucker. Like, I was trying to think of like, I was gonna say like, I was trying to think of like a Canadian version. But like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know jack shit about Canadian folk mythology.
I actually don't know any either.
Alright, Canadians in the chat, because I know there's at least
I'll
one
call
of
you a
you.
Bunyan.
Give us a Canadian folk hero. The spirit of whoever that motherfucker is that's coursing through Sprig every time Sprig does a war crime. Thank you for doing this, Fireball! Thank you! I'm also eating tacos.
Oh, tacos. Okay.
Splish!
Because I know some folklore, like Canadian folklore, but not like any folk heroes as much. Because I know stories like, more infamously known as Sang-Froid, which is the werewolves of Quebec.
Okay, you need to tell me about the racist werewolves. Sprig, you can't just hit me with like fucking like, oh yeah, Quebec, the most racist province, just has werewolves. You can't not fucking elaborate on that one.
I don't know if it's most racist is how I would put it, but there's definitely a lot of prejudices around language there for sure. Hi Bucket, hello John Maniac, hello Dragon Blast, how you doing? Hello Tequila.
Hello.
I don't actually know a lot about it. I just know like there are a lot of folk stories about werewolves, specifically from Quebec for some reason.
Oh, I need to look this up now. I need to look this up
I know a
now.
bit about the story of Hota, which I actually built a like kind of a like plot arc. I've been entered. A plot arc around for my D&D campaign. Hota is a spirit moose.
A spirit moose?
Yep. It's part of the... I don't remember the name of the peoples. Hota is part of the First Nations story as to where the Rocky Mountains came from.
Ah.
There's the La Chose Galerie, which is the flying canoe.
The what now?
The flying canoe.
The flying
is another
canoe.
Quebec folk story. Yep.
Oh my fucking god, the fucking Quebecois are so fucking wild. Holy shit. Alright. So I'm looking at the Canadian Encyclopedia right now. The loup-garou is believed to be a cursed man. In the French-Canadian tradition, a loup-garou is often guilty of not being a good Christian. People who do not confess during Easter are cursed to become werewolves.
That sounds incredibly
Oh my god! The spell lasts for as long as 101 days. It would take hold of the victim every evening. They are forced to wander the countryside in animal form. The spell could be broken if someone recognized the individual or transformed and could draw blood from the animal. Neither person could speak of the incident for fear of worse. So like literally there's a built-in, no, trust me bro, built into the fucking myth. Holy shit. No, trust me bro, he turned into a loup-garou. Like, I just can't talk about it. Bruh.
Okay, so apparently there is a similar like folk hero to like what's his name? I already forgot. Paul Bunyan, similar to Paul Bunyan.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Big Joe Montferrand.
One more time?
Big Joe Montferrand.
Big Joe
Uh,
Montferrand.
Montferrand, yeah.
That's a
Joseph
hell of a
Montferrand.
fucking...
Um,
Hi, Kelsey.
so he's based on a real lumberjack, apparently.
Oh my god, okay.
And challenged several famed boxers in his youth, came to fame as a result of challenges he had a boxing match in Montreal. 2 English-speaking boxers had just fought for the championships. The organizers asked if anyone in the crowd wanted to challenge the champion of the country. 16-year-old Montferrand stepped into the ring and with one punch felled the champion.
Why does this feel like the fucking Francophiles just being like, oh, we gonna beat the English, like fucking Jesus Christ.
This is like a real person's story that's been exaggerated, probably.
Probably. Oh, is Squid super loud?
Is what?
Apparently you're super loud on my end. I gotta turn you down.
Oh.
Ah! Alright. Okay. Sprig, can you say something? Oh, he redeemed Dole Scream. Haha, joke's on you. I am mute for Dole Scream. Haha, you fool. Oh, wait, I got disconnected from the server. What the fuck? Alright, sorry, yeah, go ahead. So there's a real person that got exaggerated, yeah?
I think that's what's going on, at least.
I mean, Samuel Irons is probably the same. Like, super strong black guy working on a railroad that outdug a fucking, steam engine and then just died at the end. Like, that really just does sound like a real person who just fucking died.
Okay, so apparently it's a real person, and then there was a song by Stompin' Tom Connors that was made about him in 1970 that he was exaggerated into legend.
Oh man, that's a really new legend then.
Apparently so.
Wild. I'm gonna be honest, like, American Canadian legends are really fun, because most of them are, like, there are people alive still that were, like, not that far out from, like, when they actually fucking happened, if they happen at all. Meanwhile, you look at European legends, and it's like, oh yeah, no, this happened, like, fucking millennia ago.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite legend of the, Gallic kid who got taken in by the Romans because they didn't realize how old he actually was. They thought he was a lot younger. And he kept contact with his tribe and just kept tricking the legionaries into walking into ambushes. Going back. They're like, oh, I just got out alive. I was the last one alive. And then they just send him out again! And eventually it led to his tribe becoming the most fucking well-armed goddamn tribe in the entirety of Germany. The Rome just did not fucking even go there. Because they're like, yeah, no, they're better armed than most of our legions.
Parsifal is gonna hug you.
And yes, Persona Freak, this is a super flat world that I'm doing. I'm back on my hardcore super flat grind. Trying to beat it. I died again. I was in the middle of building a mob grinder, and then the insomnia monsters appeared after like weeks of no-shows. Materialized as soon as I was at death height. like right on top of me, knocked me off the tower, and I fell to my death.
I'm doing alright, Chad. And no, John, I am totally a cis woman. Why would you say that? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing in this server. This is a friend's SMP, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Is that a yes? It's whatever you want it to be, baby. Oh, wait, hang on. Do I even have a pickaxe right now? I do not. Whoops. Probably should not go into my mind. Oh. See, I don't know whether that's me getting clocked by my voice or my voice being confusing. I don't actually know how to react to that one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like it was my place to say for right now, because it's a very bluntly asked question, and like...
Yeah.
Oh! John Maniac remembers you from the 2012, apparently.
Oh god! Oh my Jesus! No way! God, I am so sorry. I hate that person. If I could, not John, I hate the person I was back then. Like, God, if I could go back in time, I could punch her in the mouth.
Ah! Next raid!
Hooray, raids!
House drum!
Oh, shh. I went in! I got distracted by putting down stairs into my mine.
Oh no.
So I forgot to go get a pickaxe. Eldering question, have you seen Sorcerer Cell without her glintstone crown? Yes, I have. Why did they do that to her? Why did they make her hot?
What were you doing today next? How much money was made? Now you like into comfy wearing to rest or something? Yeah.
No, John, the issue is that, like, I knew I was trans, but, like, I was like, nah, this'll just go away. And I just made my life miserable. Like, that's why I hate that person. Just, like, actively making herself miserable. By pretending, like, everything was fine. Yeah, pro tip to people in both our audiences: if you feel that, hey, maybe there's something up with like gender or whatever, maybe look into that. Maybe don't just bury it for forever until finally you have a breakdown live on stream, and then don't stream for like fucking 3 months, and then come back as a femme presenting VTuber. Maybe don't do that. Do not recommend. I mean, do the whole comeback as a femme presenting VTuber thing, but like, you know, don't do like the mental breakdown part. Try again.
I am glad that you are in a better mental space now.
I am too. Wait, did I just dig into someone else's mind? I just dug into someone else's mind! Oh shit, whose house is this?
Mainly interested in female goth clothing. There. I know that's a look that Shard really likes too.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you should see my fucking selfies. That is just me. Whose fucking house is this?
I thought I was supposed to have a breakdown in the middle of the heaviest metal ever known.
Who's fucking... Oh, I dug into Alahay's mine. Shit, alright. I'm gonna have to find another... Man, you know it's an SMP with PvP disabled when someone, like, fucking just out and out just makes like an entrance into their mine in their house.
I see the redeem in your chat. I have to do it. I have to. They have all the good stuff on. I have some nice striped stockings and nice garter belts. That's
Nice.
the thing is, like, you can wear just whatever you want to wear.
Yeah, like, fucking
Yeah.
clothing is not gendered. It's just like just because I feel uncomfortable wearing like traditionally guy coded clothing, but like that doesn't mean that like if I see another trans girl wearing like fucking guy jeans, I'm going to be like, no, you can't wear that. You know, I'm not gonna do that.
Hello, Valkyrie Nixia. How you doing?
Hi, Solanam. How you
Oh.
doing?
It's a redeem that was in Liv's chat, and I had to go for it.
Yeah. God, I really hate my voice, and I wish my voice passed better. But like at the same time, I'm like, nah, I can't get voice surgery because the ability when someone's being a dick in my chat, or just being able like for voice roles, just being able to go really low is really fun.
Splish!
Sploosh. Yeah, doctor says 3 weeks where I can fully use my hand again.
Hi, relaxing the evening. Hope you're doing well. I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. Or the well wishes, I suppose.
I need to fall over less. I'm sorry. I dared to go outside without my wheelchair. Fucking, I'm sorry.
I'm still recovering from yesterday myself.
Yeah. What am I planning to do once I get 3 weeks from now? If I say I'll get banned from Twitch. Am I playing? So I can use my fingers in like a limited fashion. I can press WAS and D and shift. And I can kind of press space. If I need to press
yesterday?
If I need to press any other button, it's not gonna work. Sorry, Sprig.
It's okay. I was just like looking over at chat. So what happened yesterday is it was chore day, and it was 48 Celsius after humidity.
Jesus.
So it was real fun.
Hmm.
It was not fun.
Oh boy. My voice sounds good, does it? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you do sound good.
Honestly, like I'm really glad I did that. I did that that funny spicy animation voice work. Cause then I could just go to that post and just see all the people liking it that have red names and go, haha, you jerked it to a trans woman, you fucking idiot. Oh yeah, red names. I use Shinigami Eyes. It is a database of people that like are transphobic on social media. So yeah, it's very, very useful for like when I see someone being a shitbird on Twitter, I just see if their name is red and be like, ah, opinion discarded.
Yeah.
Too critical. You
I
think
just
my
block them. I see a red name and I just block them. I don't wait.
I mean, yeah. Like, I generally do that, too. I also don't seek people out. I'm gonna be honest, when I'm on Twitter, I'm more often than not on my NSFW account. One, because being horny on main is really bad for fucking search results. And two, fucking, it's just really funny. Just because, like, you just connect with so many NSFW creators, and so many of them are, like, just girl and boy failures, and it's great. Just like me, for real. How does the Shinigami database work? So basically, how it works is if you run into someone who is posting something transphobic or homophobic or whatever, you right-click them with the Shinigami Eyes thing, and you mark them as, like, you report them. And if enough...
It's basically just a, you mark them and then...
Yeah, and they show up red for you. Or green for you, because you can mark them as green, too. And if enough people mark someone as problematic, I imagine there is oversight, but I'm not sure exactly how the oversight works. it is automatically marked red or green for everyone.
Wasn't that a bit of a trade secret until recently? I don't think it was really very much of a
No,
secret.
it's never been a secret. It's only a secret if you're not, you know, it's only a secret if you're the kind of person that'd have a red name.
Honestly, I kind of feel like most people who have a red name would self-report it.
Yeah. Like it's like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I mean, that does seem like that defeats their purpose that they want to harass trans people, though. Because, like, that's just gonna get a block on sight from, like, most of us.
Yeah. Most of those people that I have met, at least, though, are, like... They are of the mind, and of the very voiced opinion, at least, that they just don't want to see trans people.
No.
Which is not, like, valid, really.
Yeah, no, like...
I don't want to acknowledge that these people exist.
Oh, this is gold.
Cool,
I don't have
that's really awful of you.
Yeah. Very cool. Neat. Nice, spicy opinion. That they make it for men.
Thought it was in limited beta use for a long time? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But it's a very useful plugin. It's very nice.
I mean, the thing is also, it's like, so if you had like a thing like me where you're like in denial for like a long time, and you wound up following like some really problematic people, not because they were transphobic, but because like you like unironically liked their content, but then like they would put like dog whistles and shit in. And then you download the plugin, like after you accept yourself, and then you just see like half your subscription list is red names. You're like, oh, I'm going to kill this. I should have nuked my subscribes like a while ago for that.
Good girl now. Good seeing you again. Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Yeah, good to see you too, John.
Hopefully to see how you've matured, they said.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
What is limestone used for? Bruh.
Here at Aperture Science, we say trans rights because those girls do be cheap test subjects for Dragon HRT.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta do the
Trans
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Look, if someone offered me like the HRT that turns you into a dragon, I'm just gonna take it. I'm not gonna lie.
That is a really cute comic. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I've seen a couple of pages.
Yeah. She's actually bringing the fact that she's plural into it more, which is like actually kind of fun.
What if you get flagged as a dumb kid? But the thing is, the Shinigami Eyes is like, you get flagged one way or another based on things that you actively do.
Yeah, so like you're not gonna get on it by accident.
Yeah, if you had a red name and then, like, you've come around and grown up and you actively stand up for trans rights, then you'd get switched to a green name.
Yeah, like I've seen that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have like 64 raw copper. I should probably like actually make some Pokeballs. Fuck. Yeah, fucking as far as like fucking like finding out someone you thought was neat like is a bastard, like fucking I like watching gun content because I like firearms, especially like World War II content, and it's like holy shit, like so much of GunTube is just problematic. It's really unfortunate. Like, the only ones I haven't heard anything bad about are Demolition Rants and Tau Flatermouse. And at this point, I'm afraid to look.
Yeah. There was a little while that I watched some of the, like, Brandon Herrera gun memes videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm running to be a politician. Oh, well, what's your platform? Oh, I want to secure the border, put guns in the hands of every American, and abolish trans rights. Oh,
Yeah, like, fuck, dude. Come on now.
bye!
Yeah. Like, I just want to say, like, right, like, fucking, I'm, like, in favor of people having guns, right? But, like, it should not come, like, at the expense of, like, other people, like, lose, like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Yeah, my opinion on, like, guns is you should just have to register it.
Yeah? Yeah.
Like, as long as you register whatever guns that you own, then whenever, like, law enforcement or anything like that comes to your house, they know that you own guns.
I mean, that would require...
How you handle the situation is up to you, but you have the freedom to choose to buy and own firearms and
I
stuff.
mean, that would also require, fucking, change in how policing works, though. Because our cops are fucking terrified of the populace.
Yeah.
So, like, there are states where there are gun registries, and cops going... Even, like a wellness check, right? If a cop goes to a wellness check in states that have those registries, and they know that person has a gun, more often than not, that person winds up dead, even if their gun is not even in the same room as them. Like, American cops are tweakers. It's fucking, buh.
That's a situation of, like, the training is terrible in the first place, but also, they really need to defund the police.
Straight up. Like...
The police have way too many responsibilities. So, I'm gonna mention a thing really quick. A lot of people don't understand what defund the police means.
Mm-hmm.
So, an example of defunding the police... Did you know that ambulances, like the responsibilities of ambulances, used to also fall under the purview of police?
Yeah.
That is an example of defunding the police. It's one responsibility of the police that's taken over by a different agency.
Yeah, like, fucking, it's like... For some reason, we've just, like, fucking just given the police so many fucking responsibilities that they are literally not qualified to do.
Yep.
Like, it's honestly, like, and the thing is, like, a lot of police, and, like, ex-police as well, don't realize just how bad it is, too, like, my girlfriend used to do police stuff for the military, right? Like she was in the military, and, like, they were, like, there's, like, the on-base police kind of thing.
Military police.
Yeah. And she, like, will look at, like, a thing of cops doing, like a thing where the cops are being, like, really combative and abusive, and she just doesn't see it because the training is very similar. And she's just like, well, yeah, like, they're trained to neutralize the threat as quickly as possible, and it's like, the training is just like, no, you're not seeing, like, the person you're there to help as a person. You're seeing them as a threat. You're literally seeing them as, like, an enemy in a video game. Like, she's getting better. She's getting better about it, but, like, sometimes I'll catch her, like, saying shit. I'm just like, oh, hang on. No, like, so, like, it's not even, like, a thing of malice, because she's, like, the sweetest person ever. Yeah, like, as far as I'm concerned, honestly, fucking, like, cops need to have, like, not rights, they need to have responsibilities taken away from them, and, like, if a cop kills a citizen, that needs to be, like, investigated as if it's a murder investigation by an external fucking group.
I do agree there. They need to have an external agency that holds them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
But the big thing is, rather than having things taken away or anything, the training needs to be changed, is one, obviously. But they also need to have, not like, I don't think rights taken away, because they don't, at least officially, they don't have any additional rights.
I didn't mean right, I meant
It's just that they're
responsibilities. I meant
yeah,
responsibilities.
the responsibilities taken away for sure. It's a big thing is they need to be held accountable by an external agency.
And that external agency can't have any connection to the cops at all. Like,
American police are the largest, most powerful street gang in the world. Pretty
like
much.
actually, though. Where the hell are my sticks? Oh, they're my sticks. My coal.
Yeah, there's, like, I know some people that have the opinion that, everyone should own a gun. Because everyone is safer if everyone owns a gun. I hard disagree on that opinion, personally.
I mean, as far for me, right? Like, I agree with an asterisk. The asterisk is, if you live in a place where cops are themselves a problem, or like the response time for the police is like an hour, right? Like, if a murderer breaks into my house, the average response time for the police here is about 10 minutes. Which isn't bad, but that's still like 10 minutes where someone can like fucking just murder me. You know? Like, I would rather just have a gun and just blow him away. Like, I don't want to fucking do that. I will point out. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh man, I hope someone breaks in. But like, if someone does break in and it's like a matter of like me or them, I'm sorry, gamer. Like, the game was rigged from the start. But that's my thing. If you live in a place where like police response times are actually like pretty quick, like, nah, like fucking, you don't need a gun.
So, like, this is one, because a lot of people are surprised by this. I've said it a few times, but, I own a gun.
No.
Shard and myself, we have 3 firearms.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a 10 gauge shotgun and a 308 rifle, and I have a 22.
That makes sense for you.
They are primarily hunting weapons. We don't actually even have them in our apartment. We keep, like, Shard's, there's a spot that Shard's parents have set aside in their basement. They have a gun locker, and, our weapons are there.
Yeah.
So, like, not everyone needs a gun, but it's also shouldn't be that big of a deal to own a gun.
No. Fuck, I dug into their fucking mine again. God damn, how deep is their fucking mine? Ah! Mother bitch! Sorry.
It's okay. The fact that police are sent to intervene on major mental health issues terrifies your mentally ill self severely. Agreed. It's concerning that, like... Oh hey! It's the Volobot raid that's just all getting banned.
Hooray.
Thanks,
Yeah, like... Oh. Like... I think people should be allowed to own guns, especially, like, if they're in, like, areas where, like, they maybe don't have the best police response times. But, like, yeah, no, like, there should definitely be a registry, and, like, policing definitely needs to be reformed.
Yeah, it's, they need to, like, if you're going to own a gun, it has to be registered. That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, you shouldn't just, like, be able to just go pick it up at Walmart.
Yeah. And then having, like, there's the whole, like, assault weapons thing is another. Sure, you can own one. You just have to register it, and it's probably gonna take, like, more process to get, like, to get your license for it.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean,
Get
like,
it registered.
like, unless you're in, like, an emergency situation where, like, someone is actively, like, trying to fucking hurt you, like, you can cool your jets. You can wait, like, you can wait a month for a handgun, dog. Like that fucking tweet from, like, a fucking, like, I think it was, like, a Texas fucking senator that was like, now, you can get abortion pills and transgender pills the same day. Why do I gotta wait 3 weeks for a handgun? And then I think it's, like, a senator from New York just responds to him on Twitter, like, fucking senator to senator beef. Did you miss out on shooting someone? And, like, that was just like, ooh. That was a slug.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, Sprig, fucking, like, but, like, I know, like, in Canada, you actually do have a more English fucking, like, style of parliament. But, like, in America, like, the Senate is so fucking dull and clinical. I wish we had more senators just fucking, like, calling each other names on the fucking floor. Like, it is so fucking nice to see fucking senators throwing shade. It never happens. Like, literally in the British House of Commons, which I occasionally watch because I'm curious, like, whether or not I'll be able to go home ever. Like, I literally saw a thing where, like, a Labour MP turned to a Tory MP and is like, ah, yes, I have a picture of the studies that you have, your sources. Like, walks across the aisle, hands him a picture, and just this Tory guy looks up, is like, sir, this is a picture of your asshole. Like, literally, like, guy, like, fucking photocopied a picture of his asshole to fucking hand it over. It's like, ah, yes, I have your source right here. Like, we need more of that shit. We need more of that shit, dog. Yeah, hell, fucking, in other countries, like, politics is, like, a lot more funny. But, sorry, Sprig, go ahead. Yeah, you were in the middle of saying things.
I don't remember.
Ah, shit, sorry.
Senators should be on the floor calling each other Saruman the Stinky.
Exactly. Like, unfortunately, the closest thing you get in America is fucking, like, that crazy bitch who thinks that the Jews start fucking California wildfires with space lasers. That's real!
Yeah, they really do think that, it was actually Hawaii was the one that I was hearing about more recently.
Yeah, what's her name? Fucking Magic the Gathering or some shit?
Yeah.
I actually don't know her name. I just know people just. Yeah, I don't actually know her name. I just know people just call her MTG, and like every time I'm just like, what the fuck did Magic the Gathering do?
That honestly almost sounds like a Magic the Gathering card, though. If we're being
Jewish
real.
space laser.
Yeah. It sounds like a card from an unhinged set.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, already forgetting her name. Yeah, like, fucking the closest you get in American politics is her. Because, like, fucking, like, apparently she just brings memes to the fucking, Senate floor. And this is a meme I saw on Twitter.com. Look at what the liberals are doing. And it's like a fucking, like, meme from, like, 2008 or some shit. Like, that's the unhinged that America gets. Y'all need better unhinged senators. She should bring some boy kisser memes. There's what the left is doing to our men. You like kissing boys, don't you? Switzerland as
MTG rebrand. It respects the rebrand to X.
Look, let's be honest. Twitter is the only thing that you're, like, legally required to dead name. Oh, that's a ghastly. Fuck.
It is really just the worst rebrand imaginable.
Yeah. God, you're just really getting hit with follow bots. Shit. Sorry.
Oh yeah, well I got hit with a bunch of them and Saribot banned all of them as they followed.
Hmm.
There we go. I now have haunts.
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 Haunts. Person in your canton's government keeps making the dumbest FOIA request. Wait, what? You heard the remix of this song sounds wrong? Wait, what remix to... Wait, there's a remix of this song? Oh no, where's the way out? Where's the way out? Where's the way out? Where's the exit? See, this is part of the reason why I always quit Minecraft, because, like, my sense of direction is awful. I always get turned around. It's just splice with no rest for the wicked. Wow. Does this server have waystones? It does have waypoints. It doesn't have waystones, I think.
One good trick is if you always put your torches on one wall.
That would be a very smart idea. Okay, I found my way out.
Right wall. You always put your torches on the right wall, and then whenever you have to go back out, you just keep them on your left.
Yeah, no, that's a very smart idea, Spreaky. I found a hat grab bag. Top hat. Okay. Where does this go? I found a top hat. What do I do with it? Right.
Oh.
Wow. Wow, I see. What the fuck? Maybe we should just, like, stop Germans from doing politics. Apparently someone in, Icy's, like, fucking, or Cult Pony, sorry, his area is just making a FOIA request for how many French people work at emergency centers. Because they keep hearing Germans spoke with a French accent. I feel like that guy just has schizophrenia. You could be trusted with politics. I see. Your country existed for 40 years and started 2 world wars. I'm not kidding. Germany as we know it, like unified Germany, did not exist until, like, what, like 1870, I think, and then it wasn't formalized until 1890. And then immediately, they start a world war in fucking, like, 1910. Your art school rejection is coincidental. Oh, hey, lava, nice. Awesome.
Then you end up in a cave with someone that puts the torches on the other side. Confused panic ensues.
Oh, boy.
That's true, Dragon Blast.
So is lava, like, an infinite, furnace source?
Not infinite, but it's a lot. One lava bucket is like 99 blocks or something.
Jesus. Does it consume the bucket?
Sucks. No, not
Good.
anymore.
Awesome. Hi, Socks.
Um,
Germany
yeah,
is
I'm
older
working
than
on
just
my...
the... Sorry.
Sorry.
No, you go first. You go first.
I'm working on my hardcore super flat world right now.
And I am playing in a different server, like just making my little mine, just digging till I find stuff. Cause I play Minecraft like it's before Endermen existed, because that's the last time I played like with any fucking amount of care. But, yeah, I see. Germany did not exist before the 1800s. Germania existed. Prussia existed. Germany did not. It's why you're only on your... That's why you only have 3 Reichs. Because Reich is just fucking government. The German nation exists in 843, the Kingdom of Germany. The Kingdom of Germany doesn't fucking count. The Kingdom of Germany counts in the same way fucking Charlemagne's Frankish kingdom it counts. It doesn't. I will fight on this one. Like, I will actually fucking fight on this one.
Wasn't World War I started as a consequence of the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand? I believe so.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's funnier to blame the Germans for it. And also, like, Germany didn't have to respect that treaty because it was like... Because, like, okay, so... Friggin' Austria sends their Archduke to a country that they're subjugating. The country that they're subjugating kills that Archduke. I'm sorry. Like, come on now. That's like me walking into Florida with a trans flag draped over me, dog. Come on. I'm asking to get murdered at that point.
Oh, Nixia, as a Czech, I do agree that it is in fact funnier.
Yeah, there you go. You know, like I'm gonna be honest. If I was Kaiser
Oh my
Wilhelm,
goodness. Sorry.
yeah,
So,
the domino trail that
the
led to
domino trail that
hentai.
led to hentai, my favorite.
Yeah, like, okay, but yeah, like if I was Archduke, like if I was like Kaiser Wilhelm, I would literally turn to Austria and go, Austria, you sent your Archduke to the country that you've literally subjugated for the last 50 years. What did you expect was going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. You don't need to respect that treaty. Like, come on now.
The time for hacking around has ended. The time
Yeah,
for
like...
finding out has arrived.
Exactly. Like... but like, yeah, like, Kaiser Wilhelm knew what was gonna happen. Like the fucking spiderweb of treaties that made up fucking, like, 1910s Europe was well known. Like, you pick a fight with Serbia, you pick a fight with France, you pick a fight with France, you pick a fight with Belgium, you pick a fight with Belgium, you pick a fight with England. I just, like, going down the list, like, come on now, dog. That's just willful stupidity at that point. But yeah, no, it is a fun domino trail, though. I also find it really funny that Italy switched sides twice. Like, World War I. Oh, yeah, we'll be on the side of the Allies. Oh, man, those Axis guys, though. Yeah, no, I think we're just gonna be evil now. Fucking World War II comes around. Hey, you know, we lost the last one, but yeah, I feel like we could do same teams partway through. Hang on, guys. This fascism shit's not working out. Teams are being scrambled. I'm sorry. I love history. Like, fucking, I unironically, like, fucking, like, European history makes me so fucking happy because it's so dumb. Like European history is just the study of dipshit idiots that can't do anything right. Hi, Uzi. And then American history is like a much more abridged history of idiots that can't do anything right. You invented democracy. No, you didn't. German democracy is top-down. That's literally the opposite of British and American democracy. What are you talking about? It's why fascism and communism, like, come so easily to the mainland and then never takes root in fucking Europe or, never takes root in England or America. Like, totalitarian dictatorships are actually really hard to fucking establish in countries that have a bottom-up leadership, like bottom-up, democracy, or just bottom-up government style in general. If you already are, like, top-down, it's very, very easy to just replace that initial leader with a fascist. If you're going bottom-up, you need to convince a majority of the people that fascism is good. Germany is incredible bottom-up? Since when? Oh, wait. Yeah, right, you got your entire government gutted and replaced. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that tracks, actually. Never mind. I'm sorry, Sprig. This is probably incredibly boring for you, chat.
I don't mind at all. I am not super knowledgeable and able to contribute a lot, though.
I just gotta wait for my copper to... I've got so much ore I need to smelt. Lava bucket, get in there. Democracy is invented in Europe. The
speaker is nice. Agreed.
Yeah. The Greeks count as European now? Really? You finally decided to let them count as white?
Hi, Uzi.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds really bad out of context. Sorry.
I have to share this
Okay.
thing. I
Yeah.
understand the thing that you mean, cause like that's a whole thing.
Yeah,
that
just
I
for
hear about all the
just
time.
real quick for your chat, because like that sounds real bad out of context before I lose the thing. For the longest time in like most of Europe, if you were from the Mediterranean, you were considered not white. To the point where even in like modern parlance, if you have Mediterranean features, they're referred to as dark features, even if you are as white as driven snow. Source: I have Mediterranean features. Like, I have actually been fucking, like, called, like, fucking racial slurs by Europeans. Like, despite the fact I am whiter than most of them. But yeah, sorry, Sprig, go for it.
I have also been called racial slurs despite being whiter than most of the people that call me that.
Jesus.
I am Asian through and through, but I am, as Shard sometimes puts it, dungeon prisoner pale.
Jesus. I'm so white my skin looks yellow. I look like a fucking Simpson sometimes. In the right light. Like, I like, the fucking, like, I'm fucking translucent. Okay, but yeah, no, if you get pale enough and you catch the sun the right way, like, your skin just literally reflects the yellow light. Like, if I'm in, like, natural light, or, like, fucking, like, you know, like, not natural light, fucking, artificial light, right? Like, I look super fucking pale, right? But put me out in, like, the sun, or, like, a yellow light bulb, I actually reflect a lot of the yellow light. I'm that pale.
Top saying, I won't say you're pale, but I'm surprised Joe doesn't lose you when it snows. I lose her when it snows, but it's for very different reasons.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yay, astigmatism!
Hooray! I lose my partners when it snows, but it's mostly because my wheelchair can't move in the snow. They get left behind. Like, literally, when winter comes, it's gonna be so unfun because I won't be able to go outside, but I love the snow. I need snow. How am I gonna put snow chains on a wheelchair? Bruh. Apparently they do actually do like off-roading like wheelchair wheels, but like they're expensive. What were we talking about? I feel like we've got like very far off topic of like, what we were talking about. Damn. You lose your wife when it snows outside because she goes outside to play and I stay inside where it's warm. Alright. Look, I'm just gonna say it. I would rather it be cold. Like this shit, and like how it was in Florida, fucking sucks. I am 5'11", 140 pounds, 130 without the metal. And so I am thin. I have no like heat retaining fat. I am melting. Like holy shit. Like I can only get so naked.
If it's cold outside, you can just put on another layer.
Yeah.
But if it's hot outside, there's only so many layers you can take off before you get arrested.
Exactly. Like it is just so fucking gross. Ugh. Like here's how bad it is right now, right? I bought a window fan, like a fan that you mount in your window that pulls in cool air from outside, or at least it's supposed to. I have a standing fan that is my old standing fan that I lent to my girlfriend. She gave it back to me. It's that hot in here. And then my boyfriend came in, and he went to the cooling vent, and he just ripped the vent cover off to let more air in. That's how cold. That's how fucking hot it is.
Yeah. We have a mini split. It's like a geothermal kind of heating.
Yeah.
It's AC in the summertime and heating in the winter, but it kind of breaks down after about 30 degrees.
Yeah. We've got one of those too, but it's decent at heating, but it's shit at cooling.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. But it can't keep up with the cold for the winter. So we just got a window air conditioning unit this year.
Nice.
So, like, it is finally, like, pretty manageable inside, even when it's super hot out.
I might have to just get one of those eventually, but like I have like $200 in my bank account, dog. And I still have to pay for my HRT this month. No, I ain't buying shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I
chat,
also just had to spend $300 for the dentist yesterday.
Yikes. Speaking
Super
of,
fun. I got heat stroke to go to the dentist. To spend $300 for a lady to jab me in the gums with a metal pick for an hour.
Jesus.
And then say, you do in fact brush and floss your teeth.
Neat.
Gee, thanks. I never would have known.
Bam. Speaking of chat, I might need to actually do another donation drive here soon. Between the hospital and like just all of the fucking expenses, cause like, to get to the hospital, so the hospital that's in town refused to do anything about my arm. Because it's a multiple occult fracture. So that's fun. And the hospital
Are you saying that your fracture is summoning demons?
Yeah.
Darn. That's
So
a bad break.
Yeah. So the reality, so an occult fracture, so you know how a compound fracture is where like the bone sticks out of the arm?
I don't think that's a compound fracture.
No, that's a compound fracture.
Is it?
Yeah. You're thinking of complex fracture, which is another thing. Yeah. Yeah, they're backwards. It's weird. But yeah, so an occult fracture is the opposite, where your bones are like literally like fucking broken, like literally like fucking like split off and fucking broken. But they did not break the skin. That makes it an occult fracture because it's like it's very, very similar, but you know, the bones are still inside the meat suit. So yeah. I've got like a little bit of like swelling like on my tummy still actually, which is like a little weird from like where I hit the ground. I hope that's not anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
looking at the rock crunchers. Yep, them's the cobalt teeth. Yeah. Fun biology lesson for a second. Cobalt teeth, at least rockmalt cobalt teeth. I am a rockmalt cobalt. Rockmalt cobalt teeth are most similar to a cross between alligator and beaver teeth.
Fun.
Because beaver teeth are reinforced with iron on one side. So that as they chew on hardwood and, like bark and stuff, the softer backside wears away faster than the front edge, so it's a naturally sharpening tooth. And alligator teeth just grow back bigger and tougher every time that they break, and they can actually reabsorb their teeth.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, their gums can digest their own teeth to get the calcium back.
That is actually horrifying. What the hell?
Yeah, so it's basically the same thing, except cobalt, rockmalt cobalt, basically tooth breaks. Oh no, broken tooth. I'ma just eat my own tooth to get the iron and calcium back and then grow a bigger one.
Jesus. Kobolds are horrifying.
Hello, Guardian Watcher 1, how you doing? It is very important to have very sturdy teeth if you're going to have a diet of rocks.
That's fair. They're working on teeth growing HRT. What? Huh?
Sploosh!
Sploosh. Hmm. Yeah. I want to go to the
That's
doc.
kinda neat.
Yeah.
That would be actually like really
Yeah.
useful for a lot of people, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah. Alligator HRT just dropped. I want to go to the doctor to ask about like this swelling in like my on like the left side of my tummy, but like at the same time I'm like afraid of how much money that would cost.
Maybe worth asking when you go back in next.
I mean they're bone doctors, so like I don't know if that they'd know.
But they might have like an idea and then be able to refer you to someone who would like
Yeah.
be better at least.
Yeah.
And at least hopefully it wouldn't cost a ton of extra money.
Yeah. Man, I love being in medical debt for the rest of my life. I love that.
Actually, Hobbs, I am one of those people in real life. I still have a baby tooth.
Ah.
Because I just never formed an adult tooth underneath it. So I've got a big gap in my molars on one side that I can't chew anything very easily.
Ooh, that's fun.
Jeremiah Dar, thank you for the follow!
Here's the thing, Icy. If you declare bankruptcy for medical debt, it doesn't actually, like, clear it. You still have to pay it. It's one of the few types of debt in America that doesn't actually get cleared by bankruptcy.
That seems dumb.
It's almost as if medical, like, insurance companies, like, basically own the world, huh?
Yeah.
Canada has its
I
problems.
think most of our, I think most of our problems recently have been getting imported, though.
Yeah.
Conservative Party being like, yeah, what if we did a fascism too? Vote for us. We'll take away public health care.
Hooray! Because the American system works so well.
Doing good today. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Guardian Watcher.
Oh wait, I'm dating a medical student. Why don't I just fucking ask him?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Like, fucking, I'm in a polycule. Why the fuck am I not just using that to my advantage? What the fuck? Hang on, I'm gonna DM him real quick.
I think that's a whole bit in the guild too, actually.
Oh?
The show, yeah. One of the girls in it is dating like... She's dating like 6 different guys or something like that. And each one is a guy for a different thing. It's not like polycule reason, but it's... It is, semi-relevant.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the Guild is a really good show. If people haven't already seen it,
It's
it's
aged
worth
kind of
watching.
poorly though, so be wary about that.
A bit, yeah. But it is just, like, generally pretty funny. The one with Felicia Day? Yeah. It's not aged like King of the Hill kind of aged. At least as far as I remember. I just rewatched it a few years ago. I think like 2 years ago.
I officially asked him. I hope he doesn't feel like I'm taking advantage of him, because like literally, like I would not ask if I wasn't worried, because like, I love my partner so fucking much. Go girl, I'm overthinking. I hope I am, like, I'm hoping this is just like, oh, this is like a bruise on like a fatty part of my body. It'll go down. And I hope it's not like, oh, that sounds like cancer. I'm like, fuck! I hit myself so hard I got cancer, damn.
Is it painful to like rotate at the waist or?
I mean, I can't rotate at the waist. Like at all. Like my spine stops that. It doesn't hurt at all. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Yeah, because the worst thing that jumps to my mind, at least, that it could possibly be would be a minor hernia.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be really painful if it's a hernia.
Yeah, and I've had a hernia before. And also, like, I don't have any discs that far down. They fused my spine. Like, it's why I can't rotate. I need more lava. I need to fucking sort my chests. Oh my god. I remember, like, okay, didn't, like, one of the people at the guild, like, turn out to be, like, a really shitty person, though? Like, in real life.
I have no idea.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember, like, some fucking, like, something came out, like, a while ago, and I was like, oh, wait, that person was on the guild, shit. I don't think it was any of, like, I don't think it was, like, Felicia Day or... I mean, Will Wheaton is a dick, but, like, for, like, his own reasons.
Yeah. Yep, 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 yep.
Yep, 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 yep.
Hello, Keyblade Knight, how you doing?
Oh, shit.
I don't think it was Vork.
It might have been.
I know that's like the characters that he plays are always awful, but I don't remember him like being.
Oh, okay. It was Sandeep. Sandeep was doing NFTs, and then like basically came back later. Was like, oh yeah, no, this shit's a scam. It was Sandeep being a fucking NFT bro. There's an infinite source of lava in my mind. That's great. I love that. I wish it wasn't so. I wish it wasn't so deep though. I just need to build more buckets. I think. Just fill buckets, fill them with lava, and then just, like, have, like, an entire, like, chest full of lava buckets.
Tired from digging sand. Aww.
Oh. It's like, I do not have an easy enough access to coal to just have, like, an infinite source. But if I've got infinite lava, then shit.
You can always just do charcoal.
What?
Cook a log in a furnace and it gives you a coal.
What?
This has been around for like
Since
ages.
when? I never knew about this.
Like all the way back to like Endermen were brand new, kind of old. Might have been before Endermen even.
I feel stupid. I feel very stupid.
It's not something that most people would ever like think to do initially, and it's not like it's a crafting book recipe that it tells you.
Do I not have... do I not have enough iron? Okay, no, I have... that's silver. Why does silver and iron look the same? Damn it.
You played pre-Enderman, it was in then? Okay. I remembered it being really old, but I didn't remember like when in particular that it came out.
I'm...
Beta 1.2 apparently.
Huh.
I see.
Okay.
Treat charcoal's the last resort if you can't get to coal. I actually use charcoal more than coal personally.
And coal is more rare than trees.
Yeah, I can just grow like a ton of trees.
Why are you not on fire? Why are you not burning? What the fuck? The fuck is this server? Why is this fucking skeleton not burning?
Is there something above it, maybe? Is it wearing a helmet?
He's wearing a helmet, yeah.
Oh yeah, helmets block burning.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you're kidding me. Why are all of the skeletons wearing helmets? Bruh.
Oh no!
Oh cool, I can't access the marker add-on right now.
Oh, I got another. Okay, got me a deep breath here.
Yeah! Ah! Wah.
Stand up and applaud. Hey, sippy, thank you. I'm still conscious. I'm not doing the, like... Because I can actually go longer. But I unironically can actually do a yo so long that I pass out.
Oh boy.
I have learned that apparently most people can't just keep doing a full scram until they have absolutely no oxygen left.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, Cass. How you doing? What's I gonna do? Shit. Alright. I need more buckets. Need more buckets? Bucket. Bucket. I super fucking need to organize my chests. Oh my god. Oh.
It's super silly, but I have been very flattered that a lot of my vocal stems have ended up becoming part of, like, other streamers' repertoire.
I have no idea if any of mine have, like, made that boundary.
Apparently my... Calvira does it all the time now. And I have there's my hop-up eyes that several other kobolds have started doing.
Yeah, I mostly just go blah.
Hop-up.
Yeah. That's like my main like vocal stem, I guess, for lack of a better term. Yeah. Most of my stems are physical anyway. Like fucking I can't do it right now because the hand I used to do it is currently immobilized. But like a lot of times you'll notice like me just have like my hand like just up and at like a 45-degree angle. And then like I'll just be like just drumming my fingers against my palm. That is like my main stem. And I caught one of my friends doing it the other day. I'm like, I got you, motherfucker! But like physical stims are a lot like harder to like to get people on, I think. God.
I have my ankle one.
Yeah?
I roll my ankle sometimes because it makes, unironically, the loudest noise that I can make.
Nice.
Actually, that might be competing with my my tongue pop.
Hmm.
I will do both right now just to compare them for people.
Yeah.
Oi. Okay, so here's my ankle one. Ah, oop.
Damn, that's a hell of an ankle. Fuck, got reverb on that
That was
motherfucker.
not a good one. I kicked the clamp from my mic boom by accident. Hurry up.
I know, but it was funny. Jesus Christ, Brig.
At my ankle. Helps with the stop.
So what's that thing you're doing with the bucket? What's that?
Oh, I am filling the world with water.
Why?
So, mobs don't spawn in 1 block deep water.
Oh.
No mob does. Cause it's too shallow for drowned, but nothing else will spawn in 1 block deep water.
Oh.
So
Well,
I can
that's
just
smart.
do this and it stops like all the sheep from spawning, but it also stops all the slimes, it stops all the skeletons, it stops all the endermen.
Hmm. Oh yeah, because Endermen, like, die when they touch water, right?
They'll take damage and teleport away and like they can die to it.
Neat.
No slimes. Slimes are probably the most dangerous mob to this run, honestly. Cause a slime can just one-shot you.
Hmm. Sprig, how do I make
Don't
bread
care
again?
what armor you have, you die.
How do I make
what?
how do I make bread again?
3 green.
Thank you.
No problem.
Where the fuck are my seeds? Oh, I already grabbed them. Big. Meow. The anti-slime run.
Yeah, slimes are a big problem for the hardcore super flat run. Unironically, of the probably 20 or so failures I've had, I think at least 8 of them have been insta-deaths to slimes.
Whoa, 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 Anorith, fuck off! Anorith, fuck off! No! 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 Fucking Anorith! Fucking fossil ass Pokemon, fuck you.
How's my mood today? I'm in a very good mood today. I'm also in a very broke mood today.
God, ain't that the fucking mood of the day.
I made $180 from Twitch this month, and then I spent $300 at the dentist.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Hey chat, remember to support your streamers, we're all broke as shit. Some of us more than others.
Oh, actually, I am, as that as a thing, do you mind if I do a little plug for a second?
Sure.
So, if you aren't already aware that I do have a Ko-Fi, I am looking at right now, I have a poll going, I think there's another day or two left on it, to decide if I set up a, like, monthly membership type thing where I do polls for D&D Homebrew. Like, make this thing, please, and then I'll do it.
I want to do that, but like I also want to like just get back to working on my system, which I've had to take such a fucking break from. Cause like it's really hard to type one-handed.
Yeah.
Like I'm a left-handed
Actually,
typer.
I had an idea for the Wild West type thing
Oh yeah.
that I was looking at doing for my prototype for mine.
Yeah.
And I had an idea last night that I thought you might think was pretty neat. So obviously I'm going for like a Wild West vibe for the playtest, like which is just gonna be a pared down version of my final version of my TTRPG. So I had an idea for a mechanic called Devil's Roulette.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is, if you have no ammo left, you're on your last bullet for your 6-shooter, because it's all gonna be 6-shooters, because of course it is.
Yeah. Do you have lever guns too, or is it just all revolvers?
Do I have what?
Do you have lever guns too, or in like rolling blocks, or is it just revolvers?
I feel like it's all going to be a revolver cylinder, even if it's a lever gun or anything like that.
Oh, I love
Revolving
that.
cylinder for ammo.
I love that.
So the main reason is so that I can have this, like, Devil's Roulette rule, which is when you're on your last bullet, you can gamble the Devil's Roulette, where you roll a d6 and point the gun at your own head, click.
Oh.
And it's just you have no ammo left, you're going to die anyway, you roll a d6.
Well, what happens if you get the click?
If you live, you get 20 more bullets.
Holy shit! Okay, so there's magic here, I guess?
Yeah, it's like a fantasy western.
Cowboy magic, let's go.
So the idea is like it's a mechanic to gamble if you have no ammo left.
And if you fail, you just die.
Yeah.
Like, that actually sounds really fucking cool.
I want to lean into a lot of like five-finger fillet type stuff. Like a lot of gambling, a lot of the dangerous games of the Wild West, a lot of like varied flavor. I'm still doing some world building for the setting for it. It's going to be like a full TTRPG of its own, but it is a slightly simpler version of what I'm aiming to do for the final project that I'm working on.
Devil's Roulette sounds like Cowboy Warlock. Ooh.
You can do a Cowboy Warlock unironically with Pact of the Blade.
Yeah?
You get Pact of the Blade and you just put a 6-shooter, like get a pistol as your pact weapon.
Yeah, like, fucking, you don't need
and then
to...
You can also run on top of that, the Eldritch Invocation Eldritch Smite works on ranged attacks. So you get Paladin Smites on a gun.
Yeah. There's also, if you want something that's more gun specific, Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt has a Pact of the Trigger which is like Pact of the Blade, but it's more gun focused. Like it's based around like doing trick shots and shit like that, and it's really actually really good. I like it a lot.
Neat. Well, my initiative system has been working pretty well, though.
What's your initiative system again?
Nobody has turns. It's the really short version. Instead of turns, the DM just starts going with the NPCs, starting from whatever is logically the fastest. And then players can cut in and interrupt at any time and say, I want to do this.
That still sounds like that would fuck me up pretty bad, but I'm glad it's working for your group, though.
It's a slightly simpler version of what I'm doing for my RPG. Because it's going to be a little bit more coded on speeds. Hate interrupting people, so you'd struggle with it. It's basically along the lines of reactions. In Cold Pony, the roulette would also work with a shotgun, because the idea is, like, for the vibe of the setting and everything, every gun is going to be a 6-shooter and have, like, a 6-shot revolving chamber for ammo. Even, like, pump shotguns, lever rifles, and anything like that.
Neat. 6-shooter shot. I mean, those exist. I mean, they're called revolver shotguns. They exist.
But the interrupting is essentially along the same lines of a reaction from Pathfinder or D&D or something like that. It's just that all of your actions are reactions.
I actually played some Cyberpunk 2020 with some friends before, because I still absolutely fucking adore that system, by the way. I fucking hate what Red has done. And like, yeah, I think when I do my system, I think I'm gonna try and build off of that, build like from like that perspective, and like start trying to, because like the main issue was that like there's so many skills in 2020 that overlap with others, and it seems like a lot of people, if they see too many skills, they get like, but like also like if people are not like people are told, hey, you pick the skill for this check. A lot of people seem to balk at that, which is really weird to me.
Me too. I try to do that with my players a lot, and it's always like, so what do I roll? Justify what you want to roll.
Yeah.
But what do I roll?
Yeah. So like I've done 2 games, one as a player and one as a DM. And the one I DM'd, like I literally like had a player go like, hey, I want to like intimidate this guy. There's no intimidation on this sheet. And I was like, all right, well, like how do you want to intimidate him? I was like, I don't know. Like, what are you doing? I had to like drag it out of them. They're like, well, I kind of like, maybe I want to like threaten him with my gun. I was like, okay, well, like, how are you doing that? Are you, like, you know, putting the gun to his face? You, like put your hand, like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, okay, I guess, like, I unclip the holster and have my hand on the butt of my gun. I kind of stand like a cowboy, because they were a nomad. And I'm like, all right, cool. So give me a, face down check. And in Cyberpunk 2020, a face down is your reputation plus your cool. And I was like, okay, give me a face down check, but instead of adding your reputation, add your handgun skill. That easy. Like it is like literally like it is so simple. Thank you for the follow, Demi Bait. Like it's just like I feel like D&D and like the new, have you seen the new D&D fucking character sheet. How bad it is.
The new, like,
The
1D&D one?
the new 1D&D character sheet, yeah.
No, I haven't.
So they actually have removed the ability to use different attributes with skills. The sheet has the sheet has the skills lumped in with their default attribute, and apparently the rule that allows you to kind of interchange them has been removed. So that's fun.
Yeah, I haven't really heard many good things about 1D&D. It's basically just like, hey, here's a bunch of common house rules that people used all the time anyway. We just made default.
And then here's a bunch of other house rules people use that we've just removed.
Yeah.
Like the fucking it's really really silly because it's like, I want to intimidate this person with my muscles because I'm a barbarian. It's like, thank you for the raid, Demi Bay. Thank you. Oh, that's a cute model.
By the power of the demi-bait, be gone, you demon.
No! Oh, Jesus!
Be gone! Be gone!
I got scared by their clip. Holy shit!
You know what? Fuck this shit. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna do my
Well, welcome, Demi Bay. What are you doing? What are you up to? I have 7 buckets of lava. I swear to God, this better fucking hold me for a while. Playing Minecraft. Oh, hell yeah, Minecraft. What are you doing in Minecraft? We were playing Minecraft together just to do for the raid. Hell yeah. Wait, I'm lost. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, fucking, right, brain rot. Yeah, but like, I find like D&D is really, really limiting in that because you just have like, things are just like, something that should make sense. Like, I would like to use my strength to intimidate this person because I've got these big bulging muscles. It's like, no, the rules say you have to use charisma. You're a barbarian. For fuck's sake. And then the excuse they use is like, well, there's a feat that lets you use strength for intimidation. It's like, why is that a feat?
Yeah, that's a really high
Like,
expense for a thing that should
yeah,
just kind of be default.
you're missing out on like an ASI or any of the other like really good feats for like the ability to flex your muscles a certain way. Bruh. Nothing stops you. Yeah, but like the thing is though, like since they've made it so that like now the rules say you can't do it this way, now it's going to become a thing of like,
It's the Pathfinder 2 problem that I've talked about before. By codifying it, they have made it so that you can't do it without making an exception.
yeah, and you're gonna run into DMs who'll be like, no, you can't do that. Like, that's my issue with it. Like, and that's why I like Cyberpunk 2020 a lot. There are a lot of skills, but like, if you just build into the skills that fit your character, there's enough overlap where your character will be able to do things. Like, probably like almost all of the things that you would think your character would be able to do in character, but the way your character would do it would be different than another character. So like a solo trying to like intimidate their way into a club, they could use their handgun skill and go like, yeah, so I'm going to like just do a really like a quick draw thing and put my gun under his chin like faster than he can react. All right, give me a handgun skill check. All right, you've passed it. You've intimidated the guy. He's like, oh fuck, back up. Or if you're a corpo, you'd be like, I was like, I pull out my phone and I move to call the person who owns this building. All right, give me a persuasion and fast talking check, because fast talking is bullshitting. Like, it is literally like described in the book as you're just bullshitting. Your ability to spin bullshit that sounds accurate, like con man shit. And it's like, it's a very basic fucking thing, but like it kind of like gets people lost a little bit because there's so many skills. People think like, well, I need all these skills, don't I? But like, no, you really don't, because a lot of them overlap. Yeah, the I'm going to call my dad skill.
Do you have any idea who my dad is?
Yeah, like I've had a player actually pull that before, and it was great. So this was a so in Cyberpunk, there's like, it's in 2020, like, okay, these are really bad terms because they were like coined in the 1980s, but like there are two types of campaigns that are described in the handbook: Pink Mohawk and Black Jacket. Pink Mohawk is your wacky, goofy campaign. Black Jacket is like your like edgy, like fucking like Blade Runner campaign. And there's like rules and suggestions for both. I was doing a Pink Mohawk campaign where a character did not know who their dad was, and they pulled the "Do you know who my dad is?" and they rolled a double crit. So in Cyberpunk, when you roll, it's all D10s. If you roll a D10, you then roll a second D10 and add it. They rolled two D10s. So they rolled two 10s on their D10s. And you know that scene in Fairly Odd Parents where like Timmy rescues a kid from like Vicky's slave mines for lemonade. He drinks the magic lemonade. He's like, I wish my dad was here. And fucking Dale Dimmadome shows up, or Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dale Dimmadome. I had that happen. Like literally, they rolled the double 10, and they were like, "Do you know who my dad is?" And they rolled the double 10s on the intimidation. And then it's like, all right, so a limousine AV pulls up next to you and is like, son! I literally had like Doug Dimmadome show up. Unfortunately, that was now someone they could call on for assistance. Was like literally like this like massive CEO kind of guy. So it was like, ah shit. But like it was a goofy campaign, so like it was like, who gives a shit? Thank you for finding my long-lost son, Dale Dimmadome, heir to the Dimmadome fortune. Yeah, like, Cyberpunk is a fun system, because like, on one time, you can be on the run from the government for committing domestic terrorism after being paid by the government to do domestic terrorism, and then the next session, you can be, like, on the run from killer clowns that have grenades for noses. Like, I absolutely fucking adore that system, and it's why, like, I kind of want to take what I love about it and, like, kind of, like, use it to help build mine. Especially because, like, fucking the systems that came after it removed most of the shit I like. Oh, that's Bedrock. Oh, that's not great. Oh, don't tell me I've hit Bedrock, bruh. Jesus. Sorry, talking about, like, ancient systems. Sorry, Spooky.
It's okay. I need to move this a little bit more.
I've dug down to Bedrock and I haven't found, Diamond. That's actually kind of concerning. Did they change how Diamond spawns?
I don't think so.
Cause, like, I remember it used to be you just had to just dig down and eventually you'd, like, run into it.
They're around, like, Y16 or something like that.
Oh, Y16. I'm a Y48.
At least I think that's what it was.
Heart also uses system where you get a 1d10 for every check, extra d10 if you have a relevant skill domain, a third d10 if you have a knack or skill twice. After that, that's a negative? Diamonds spawn in negatives now. Okay, so go down to negative 16. Got it. I'll just dig straight until I hit a cave, I guess. Oh, hey, a cave.
before the cave update, it was Y7, apparently.
Ah. Oh, I don't have a pickaxe anymore. Shit. There's iron.
It doesn't have the 5e issue of hard coding, so you just gotta sweet talk your GM to allowing the skill. I mean, 5e doesn't really have much very hard coded.
No.
1D&D does for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of looked at the system and went, hey, all these things that we did right, let's undo those.
Yeah. Wait. Is this someone else's mine? Son of a bitch. I'm playing on a server where like I'm like the person who plays like once a week, and then like everyone else is like, it's just like really easy to just accidentally just dig into someone's fucking mine. Oh, I think I dug into my own mine. Whoops, I looped around. Cool.
Okay, I need a bit of wood.
You're jamming? Yeah, we are jamming.
My bad Dole. I eated all the diamonds.
Do not eat the diamonds. No, give me those. I need those. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba.
Hoping spell sword classes like the Bladesinger will make it into the material. They probably will.
I don't know. Like, I'm at a point now where, like, I think that, like, it's just gonna be a thing of, like, I am never going to not play, like, 5e. Like, it really seems like, fucking Wizards just, like, as far as, like, Dungeons & Dragons goes, like, it really seems like Wizards just does not know what the fuck they're doing anymore. If they ever did.
So they fired like 1,100 members of their writing staff.
That's true.
And then released 1D&D. So like, we fired most of our writing team, and then here's a new RPG written by our like completely new staff and business team. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm real excited for the cash grab.
Oh boy. Fucking, ugh.
5e flows through my blood.
Yeah.
I do like 5th edition. It did a lot of things right.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't
In
play
my
it every
opinion.
Tuesday, like, if I didn't enjoy 5e. Like that's the thing. Like, I don't think either me nor Sprague, like, we don't hate 5e.
I hate Hasbro.
Exactly.
Hunger for sessions every day, every hour. You feel my pain, Fox. I am the same situation.
Yeah. Need more.
Have you read any of my homebrew yet, Socks? I feel like you might enjoy a read.
Shit. Has reason to think it's GURPS. Yeah, yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting too. And like no one the only person I know that likes GURPS is dead now. So like I'm at like a moment where I'm just like, Yeah, Star Wars 5e was good. Like 5e seems like it's just a really good system for making other systems.
Yeah, it's just a really simple base. I know there's a lot of people that have the complaint of it's not perfect for everything. Play other systems. I understand that it's not perfect for everything. There's a lot of systems that they recommend that fit the specific niche that like you want to fill that don't actually feel good to play.
Yeah, like the good thing about 5e is it's generic.
Yeah, it was
Right.
built to be modular and tweakable and possible to make into anything.
Yeah.
It's a modular system from its core. Everything is plug in, plug out.
Sploosh!
Sploosh, I shall take a sploosh.
So, like, there was a point I was running a side thing in a friend's campaign for when, like, we couldn't all make it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a full sci-fi system. It was a full sci-fi redesign that I had made. Of just, we played 5e, but it's completely sci-fi instead of fantasy.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
It was a very bizarre party.
Oh yeah?
We had a Warforged barbarian who was a mascot from a theme park.
Uh-huh.
We had one. It was a B team type thing, so the point was everyone was a joke character to some extent.
Ah, okay.
We had one member of the party was a. She was playing a siren. It was a space siren, and the function of her character was that she was a space jellyfish.
I love that.
So she was just a jellyfish that could survive in the vacuum of space.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Christopher Walken tiefling.
Uh-huh.
I believe he was the pirate of the, or he was not the pirate, he was the pilot of the crew. But he just did went really hard on the Christopher Walken impression for his character voice for some reason.
Nah, sometimes you gotta do it. Sometimes you just need to hit him with the Christopher Walken. Oh my god. I love parties like that.
My main group as well, actually, I have a sub-party for them, where it's a group of mercenaries that works for the main party.
Mm-hmm.
So we jokingly refer to it as the B team. But it's just a company of mercenaries that works under the party, who do, like, smaller adventures. So, like, the one that we had just finished most recently was, hang on.
Where did all my torches go?
They got the party member that, like, technically holds the contract. He's also the lord at this point of the city. he got tricked by his dad when he was a kid into believing that Santa Claus was real, functionally.
Uh-huh.
It's a different folk character, but it's like the setting equivalent of Santa Claus.
Okay.
So in this winter festival, he hired the B team, a party of mercenaries who are not from this country, who don't know that it's a folk legend,
Oh.
to catch Santa Claus.
Oh, I fucking love that.
So they're like on guard duty for the city, and they see, because it's a popular folk character, there's tons of people dressed as the character. So they keep like tracking down and harassing Santa Clauses. Which ultimately leads them to eventually catching one and following them out of the city, who was actually part of a group of bandits that was using a couple of people disguised as Santa Claus to rob the keep and the citizens of the city.
That's amazing. Does the actual Santa show up at any point, or is it just entirely like, no, it's not real?
It was entirely not the real Santa.
Love that.
Hello, son.
Hi, so yeah, like, see, that's the difference between like you and me, Sprig. I would have had like the real Santa show up at some point in a capacity where it's like, if you were not paying attention, you wouldn't have noticed.
I was tempted, but the idea in setting for that character and for like that country's primary faith and everything is that it's ancestral veneration primarily.
Uh-huh.
So it's like returns of these legends are deliberately supposed to be other people returning as those characters.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, so in my Karo setting, like their Christmas equivalent is basically like the old god of mischief who is retired comes back once a year and just gives gifts to people. Cause like he's old, like they're all, and like he's like he wants to see how everything's going. And I did a campaign, or not campaign, like a one shot once for Christmas. That was that, and like he just straight up just showed up at one point, and just like didn't even like damn it, didn't even like fucking baby zombies, dog. Did not even like pretend to be to be the guy. Just showed up, vaguely matches the description. It's like, hey, here's like a fucking thing that would help you on your journey. And like the party was all just like, oh man, what a nice old man. Like D&D players are dumb as shit. You could literally put Santa right in front of them. As long as you don't say it's Santa, they don't just like, yeah, this elderly man who appears and disappears in a puff of pipe smoke. And then later on, there's a puff of pipe smoke, and this old man kind of walks out of the woods and is like, ah, you're having issues, I see. They did not even. I told them a week later, and they were like, and they were just like, you motherfucker, you had us meet Santa and you didn't let him, like, you didn't tell us? Not my fault y'all didn't notice Santa was right in front of you. Bruh. I mean, wow, that's my favorite thing to do with legends like that.
I am so sorry, Cult Pony, that you allowed a mystic into your campaign.
Probably not your smartest idea, Icy, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, mystic real bad.
I
like a level 17 character at like level 6 to play mystic.
Oh god, I have never fucked around with mystics at all, and I everything I've heard has been bad.
They're super broken.
Like, are they even trying to bring them in line, or is this like a thing? It's like, nah, it's been broken for too long.
It's not even an attempt. When I say, do you want to be a level 17 character by level 6, I'm not joking.
So there's not even like any errata to try and make it better.
They are an errata.
Oh.
They were added in an Unearthed Arcana, and they were super broken, and then they never went any further.
Jeez.
they're bringing Mystic without fixes to 6th edition. That is not at all what we were saying. If they are, oh my goodness.
Another reason to not play it.
The College of Dance Bard was the point that I tuned out.
College of Dance Bard?
It's a subclass of Bard that gives them everything from Monk.
What the fuck?
Just everything from Monk. It's just, do you want to be a monk but better and with spells? College of
Oh,
Dance
so like,
Bard.
so like Arcane Archer then. Like, cause like fucking like everything I hear is like, hey, do you want to play a combat ranger? Fucking like just play like fucking like Arcane Archer and you get everything but better.
I'd love to see an updated, more balanced Mystic someday. I don't think Mystic is compatible with balance.
No.
The core concept of Mystic is that it's a character that can do everything because psychic superpowers. It's a spellcaster and a fighter and a barbarian and a rogue and a ranger and a druid and a this.
Yeah. What the fuck, Kleb? Klebby, if you're in my fucking chat still, what the fuck is that?
So what class are you? Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
This is super complex. Not really, not really, Cult Pony, because it's not that complex because you can just change any of it at the end of a long rest.
Hmm. Eh. I want to return to my TVRG game with Tillstone. Would you want to see fruited sooner? Mech game or wizard game? Mech game. There's too many wizard games. And I say that as someone who loves wizards.
Yeah, the mech genre is pretty underserved. Everyone points at Lancer and goes, look, there's a mech game! And it's... I don't have very high opinions of Lancer.
Oh boy. I'm gonna be forced to play it at gunpoint, like this week. That's gonna be fun.
I like the idea of Lancer and I love the artwork for Lancer and everything. I don't think that the person that designed the system knows what they're doing.
I want more Cyberpunk games, I'm gonna be honest. Like, 2020 was the last good one. Red is okay, but mostly because it takes, like, a lot of good shit from 2020, changes the net running to be slightly better, even though the net running takes for fucking ever in Red. Like, literally, like, you're, like, everyone else is playing D&D, but if you're playing the Netrunner, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At the same time. I'm not kidding. They released cards to make net running, like, go faster, and it still goes for it. It feels like you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, alright, so on my turn, I'm gonna use my net action, to everyone who's connected to this network, which would be, like, basically everyone, if they're, like, you know, if you're attacking a building. Yeah, I'm gonna use a Hellbolt, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. Like, you're literally just literally playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards on the table. In Cyberpunk, your average combat round lasts about, like, 2 seconds. Like, literally, like, no, and I don't mean, like, in-game 2 seconds. I mean, it's like, you get one action, and you get your movement. And, like, you can do more actions if you want, but those actions come at penalties to the point where it's like it's like you're just kind of, like, going through really quickly. Net running slows it to a crawl. And your average net runner turn takes a minute in real world time. It's bad. The fuck? Enchanted Scroll of Invisibility. What the hell? Sorry. And like in Cyberpunk 2020, you had the issue of where like the turns were really, really quick, but if you played a netrunner, then your character was not like present. Your character was back home, like hacking like fucking security cameras and shit and data fortresses separate from everyone else. So like you would need like a completely separate map for the netrunner. And it got to the point where most people I knew that played would either like hand wave netrunning and just say like, "Hey, no one play netrunner." Like you just have someone like on retainer, or it'd be like just limit it, basically like limit it down where it's just netrunners are just really good at hacking in person. It's like unironically like a really like bad system in 2020, and like it requires a lot of system knowledge, which is really unfortunate because having a hacker in a cyberpunk game is really good. And you kind of run into the issue where it's like, okay, well, now all of your games have no netrunners because it's bad. Then in Red, it's like, well, you can have a netrunner now, but now they're actively slowing down combat, so shit. And like, you're at a point now where it's just kind of like, you have two options for Cyberpunk games. You either play one of the Cyberpunk games, either the one that came out in the 80s that is good, or the one that came out in 2020 that's, like, accessible. And I say accessible with, like, the biggest, like, fucking ugh on my face at that point.
There's also Shadowrun, but it's like a...
Shadowrun is not a Cyberpunk game. I don't care what anyone says.
It's a neo-fantasy cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's
so
neo,
it's like a
yeah.
subgenre of cyberpunk.
Yeah. Like, it leans too hard into its fantasy elements. It feels like cyberpunk for people who are too cowardly to stop playing D&D.
I've never played. I just remember the every time that I've tried, because I've had several friends try to recommend me to Shadowrun, it's been like, here is like, if you want to play that character, like that character concept that appeals to you, I need you to read this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, and this book, cover to cover, and then you will understand enough to play that class.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. Like, Shadowrun is extremely fucking bloated for, like, no reason.
Its onboarding is a disaster. I can't speak to the quality of the actual game. I can only speak to the quality of the onboarding, because that's as far as I've gotten.
Yeah, same. And then I played and then people were like, oh no, play the CRPGs and you'll get it. The CRPGs are worse. Like,
yeah,
like
the
fucking
CRPGs either.
Shadowrun Hong Kong is like so fucking bad, it's ridiculous. Yeah, like, so it's like you have an issue where like you've got one game that's like the good version of it is from the fucking 80s, and the new accessible version misses the point. And it's like, well, shit. And then you have this neo-fantasy thing that is really, really... Whoa, what the fuck? Like, it's really, really bad. Like, there need to be more Cyberpunk games. I'm surprised there aren't more. Like, the idea of... Because it's just Blade Runner. You know, like... It's
well,
Blade...
I'd be happy to work on one with you.
I mean, I am working on one, so...
That's what we were just talking about, Armor. Was Shadowrun.
Fuck.
And having a nightmarish onboarding process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, Shadowrun is just... I'm gonna be honest, like, so... I don't like the idea... okay, so, like, Shadowrun makes a clear distinction between magic and technology, and that's stupid. If you have magic in your world, it should affect how technology works. Like you should, like, so I don't like using Final Fantasy as an example here, because Final Fantasy has a lot of other problems, but something that in Final Fantasy I really like is, Final Fantasy is and I say Final Fantasy as a world, but like when like really like each game is its own world, etc., 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 whatever, right? Multiverse theory, right? In Final Fantasy 15, like you have crystals and magic and ether and all this other shit. Noxus has an iPhone. And at one point, his iPhone breaks open. And instead of like PCB boards and shit, it is an aether crystal connected to a link pearl that is connected up to everything else that would be like in a regular cell phone. Their universe has connected their magic to the point where they have created like equivalencies to our technology entirely using the magic available to them. Because that's what it would be. Why would you invent PCB
Watch out for the
boards?
creeper.
Hi, River. Why would you create, like, PCB boards, fucking, like, satellite phones, shit like that, when you already have, like, a low-tech magic example that you can then just expand out to be, yeah, like... Like, I feel like if you're going to do magic and technology, they need to be married.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as high tech, but I have an example in my D&D setting, for example.
Yeah.
So there's a country that is, like, predominantly controlled by magical universities.
Yeah.
And it adopted the early STEAM level technology of another country. That had been, like, just coming around, basically. And they adapted that technology to be used with, like, alongside magic.
Uh-huh.
The way that they did that is that instead of... So, for example, running a steam engine, normally you need to shovel coal in and have a tender car full of water and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What they did instead is they created a core, which is basically like a big metal sphere, that they bound a fire and a water elemental together inside of.
Uh-huh.
So the fire elemental and the water elemental are constantly fighting and producing steam that powers the engine.
Oh, that's fun.
And then when one dies, the engine breaks down and it can only work when they have to put a new one in. So they have to bind a new elemental into the core. And yes, Mr. Deadly, that is deliberate.
It is a torture engine.
Because the whole, like, this whole civilization is kind of like a parody on... Because basically every governing body in my world is some kind of satire. No, not... Yeah, satire of, like, actual things. And pretty much in it, like, ultra-capitalism is pretty much the way that country works.
Mm-hmm. And someone said, like, oh, and Shadowrun is excused because it's, like, the magic is relatively new. Would not take that long. Like, it would not take that long to like, if we had the ability to conjure fire from nothing, that would immediately get fucking, like, it like, fused with, like, modern technology. Because, like, the main issue holding back our technology is, like, lack of, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Lack of, fucking resources. If you had the ability to just have infinite resources through magic, I'm sorry, like, that is going to be, like, an immediate thing, like, where it's gonna be pretty much instantly thing. And the explanation they have in the universe is like, oh, the more technology you have, the less connection you have to magic. Fuck off. Depends on how long. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, Dragon. Like, you can have, like, elves and goblins and furries and shit in Cyberpunk too, by the way. It's just they're humans that have been body sculpted. Like, that's actually the excuse in Cyberpunk 2020 if someone wants to play an elf or a goblin or a furry. Like, it's literally codified into the rule set. And there's another piece of errata that, like, mostly applies to red, but has kind of been backworked into thing. If something is, like, something that, like, makes someone feel more at home in their body, it like with like exceptions for like getting a big ass gun replaced with your arm. It doesn't have humanity loss. So if someone was, so if you're like, oh, my character like is like an otherkin or whatever, an exotic body sculpt would not take away their humanity. So like if you're doing it for like this is how my character is, most DMs will let you have it no humanity. But if you're doing it for stat bonuses like midway through an adventure, then like you would see the humanity loss.
Mechanical bonuses you have humanity loss, but like something that's just for cosmetic or flavor has no cost.
Yeah. So for example, I once played a transmasculine character, and he wanted to have a dingus. And so, like, the DM let me have a Mr. Stud, which is like a cyber dick. It's just a cyber dick, at half humanity loss. And the reason that was half humanity loss and not like full humanity loss is because it gives a mechanical bonus. The Mr. Stud, this game came out in the 80s, mind you. The Mr. Stud gives you a +2 to interactions with people that are attracted to masculine features. So, like, it's like you've got an 8-inch fucking cyber dong. You've got a +2 for talking with straight women and gay guys. Like, the 80s. The 1980s are a fun time.
This was back at the same time that D&D was still giving gender stat bonuses, so...
Like, to be honest, though, it's a lot better, like, they're a lot more, like, trans-inclusive for, like, a game set in the 80s, too.
For sure.
Yeah, like, Cyberpunk is really based for its time. Since Magic is present, two mentions like anti-tech, favorite series like Trees and Working Magic is present. But, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to have both in your game, forcing the player to choose, or better yet, like, in a scenario where you could lose a limb, right? Oh, my wizard has lost an arm. What do I do now? If I get an arm, if I get a new arm, so I can actually, do things that require 2 arms, I'm losing, what's it called, presence? I'm losing presence, and presence dictates how powerful your spells are. So, if you get into a situation where your character loses a limb, fuck you. Unless you're a class that uses technology instead of magic, then whatever, go ham.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a different, but it's like, when, like, that limit, though, can also be a matter of, like, it can render your character literally unplayable. You know what I mean? Hi, Finley!
Beautiful.
Like, that's my concern with it. Working with limits is fine, but if that limit can render your character absolutely useless, shit, dude. Can you run a D&D character by me? Go for it. Characters ever rendered unplayable, you have a bad DM. The issue is in Shadowrun, there's actually, like, rules for if you take enough damage, you will lose a limb.
Yeah.
Which directly negatively... Sorry.
Yeah, you just have in the rules of the system. Hey, you're less useful now.
Yeah.
Baked into it.
Unless you're playing a tech-based character. Like, there comes a point where, like, it's not so much, like, if you have a good DM, yes, they'll try and avoid that situation. But then, like, you have the problem of, like, well, now the DM is just flat out ignoring rules of the system for your benefit. Like, what's the point of having that rule, then?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Again, it's the Pathfinder problem of, because it's been codified, it means you have to make an exception to work around it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lennon, so in Shadowrun, there's a thing called presence, and everyone starts with, like, I'm not going to say the number, I've just calculated, I'm going to say the wrong number. Everyone starts with a certain amount of presence, and the presence is how connected you are with like, magic, right? Every time you, like, get a cybernetic augmentation, you lose presence. Now, if you're a tech-based character, so long as your presence is above 0, you don't care. Because I'm pretty sure if you hit 0 presence, you just die, I think. Or you go Cyber Psycho or the equivalent. I don't remember. And so, hang on one sec, croissants. I gotta get through this real quick and I'll read it. But like, so you lose a limb, right? Now you can't wield anything that requires 2 hands, and if you want to open a door while holding a weapon, you need to put your weapon away, which is an action, right? Your character is now rendered actively worse. You get any sort of prosthetic, and I don't mean like a cyber limb. I mean any kind of prosthetic, even a basic one that has no stat bonus whatsoever. You lose presence. I think it's like you lose like two presence for a limb, I think, or I don't know. You lose a significant amount of presence for a limb. Your presence is directly tied to how potent your magic is. The less presence you have, the worse caster you are. To the point where I think if you're below, is it like D&D? It's kind of like D&D, but like I don't like it. It's yeah. So like, if you are going all in on a wizard build, and the DM blows your arm off, well, shit. What do you do? Especially if you're playing, I think it's a shaman. They need to be able to hold voodoo dolls. And those require 2 hands. Like, shamans require 2 hands in order to cast their spells. If I remember correctly. So like, shit, what are you gonna do? Or if you lose a leg. Like, you get your legs blown off. What do? Or worse, your lungs get damaged. Like, there are, like, things in Shadowrun where, like, you need to get it replaced or you will die. So now you have to get an organ replaced that reduces your presence, and now you're a worse caster. Yeah.
Yeah, you got hit by a crit one time. Better roll a new character.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like good old trusty flamethrower beats stinky wizards yet again. Yeah, like... like, see, like, this is... Yeah, like, you go play as a cyborg wizard? Me too! So that's why they added a class in Shadowrun called Technopath, which is a wizard that uses tech skills. It's worse than every other tech class and worse than every other magic user. It's bad.
I think one of the, like, something that would be a good format fit for Cyberpunk, to me at least, if you were going to do a Shadowrun style thing, is if you went kind of the way of Mass Effect, actually. There's a trinity of tech, magic, and combat, like tech, magic, martial, and then having your character, you can pick whether you are tech magic or magic tech.
No, that'd be fun.
Or combat tech, combat magic, combat, magic, magic.
See, so I'm not against your character receiving, like, penalties, right? So long as the penalty doesn't render them basically useless. So I was in a Grim Hollow campaign once, and Grim Hollow has if you go down or you take a crit, you roll on a table and you take a wound, right? I was playing a ranger, and I got my arm blown off. Hi. Can your wizard not get a new job? No, you're locked into your class in Shadowrun. Like, you just can't. And, like, once again, Lennon, you're talking about, like what you're describing is what Sprigg said about, like, the rule being so hostile that you have to make exceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why, though? I don't know.
So
That's how they wrote it.
Yeah, it's... At a table, you could change it, but it doesn't make it not a problem with the RPG in the first place.
Because what if you run into a DM who's not willing to edit the rules?
Yeah.
There's a rule that says you can't stop being a wizard and use a gun. You don't have any skills for that gun. Your skills are all for doing magic. You're essentially a peasant now. You're essentially a CR0 peasant with a gun.
No, I know that it's not at all related to this, but it is absolutely. It's actually the concept of a game that's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Kobold with a shotgun. It's a 2D side scroller, like shoot 'em up type game, like Metroidvania platformer type thing. You play as a kobold with a shotgun. There's a, I believe it's a knight, steals a bunch of kobold eggs to make omelets for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And you just lose it, and you show up at his castle with a shotgun.
Love that.
And that's the whole game, and it's actually really fun. I played it on stream a little while back, but unfortunately it hard crashes at the final boss fight.
That's unfortunate.
At least the last build that I had.
Yeah, but Lyndon, like, that's the thing, though. Like, games should not require rules editing to be playable. That's what me and Sprig are saying.
Yep.
It's a bad game. If you have to edit the rules for it to be playable, it's a bad game.
Yes, it is a table issue, but it's also a game issue.
No.
If the game is by default so hostile to letting people play it, it's a problem.
No. Like, your character should always be minimum viable. Right? Like...
And I wouldn't say that all games are bad depending what you like. This is, because what we're talking about in this specific example at least, is like, this is a game that has a crit table built into it that if you get hit hard enough, you default lose a part of your body. That part of your body also is a required part of the character classes that you play.
Well, like, you can have those consequences, Lennon, without it, like, making your character unviable. You know?
And
so,
it's not that... Okay, so it's okay to have the consequences, and it doesn't make it a bad game to have the consequences. The bad game design decision is that in this game that otherwise has good things, they have the ability to completely destroy something that you've already got. Beyond just the consequences that another character would have, insofar as because the consequences are disproportionately weighted against specific styles of play.
Yeah. So
a tech character who loses an arm can replace the arm and changes nothing about their character. A combat character can replace their arm and it changes nothing about the character. A magic character can replace their arm and they are permanently crippled for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah. So this is something that Cyberpunk does actually really well. So Cyberpunk does not have magic, but what it does have is empathy and humanity. If you're playing a super social character, all of your like social skills scale off of empathy. And empathy is a derived stat from humanity. And you start at 100 humanity, and more cybernetics you get, the lower your humanity gets, and if your humanity hits certain breakpoints, it lowers your empathy. Right? So it makes you worse at doing social stuff. So, Cyberpunk also has the ability to get your arms blown off if you get crit. If you replace that limb with a cybernetic, then you lose some humanity. If that brings you below a breakpoint that you would want for your character, there's two things you can do. You can do therapy, which will let you recover some of your some of your humanity before, like, you know, up to a certain point. I think like every cybernetic you get, I think lowers your maximum humanity by a little bit. I think by 2. I think, I'm not sure. I don't use this rule. I don't use this rule, but like by default, I think that's what it is. Or you can go to the body bank and have an arm cloned for you, which is the cost of a cyber arm times 1.5. Oh, I think I just got kicked from the server. Yep, I did.
And I'm gonna address this on what you're talking about, Lennon, there is a difference on the consequences of needing to NPC your old character.
Mm-hmm.
The specific instance for this is because it so disproportionately affects one branch of play. It is an interaction that happens in an unintended form. It is a poorly designed interaction. I'm not saying that the whole game is bad, but it is a bad game design decision for that mechanic because it does not achieve what they actually set out to do if that's the case.
Exactly.
Because it only kills one type of character out of the, say, 4 different styles of play.
And then to go back to my Cyberpunk example, everybody needs empathy and humanity in that system because it's not just going to be your rocker boy or your executive that's using persuasion and like other like empathy-based skills. Not to mention the fact that your humanity is also the fuel you burn in order to get cyberized. So if you're a solo and your empathy goes down by too much, you're going to start going cyber psycho, and that's bad. So your solo might lose an arm and be like, okay, I'll consider getting a cybernetic. Oh no, if I do, there's a chance that I might go low enough to start going cyber psycho. That's bad. So the solo is also affected by losing his arm, but in a like similar to how the rocker boy would be, but in a different way. The rocker boy's worried because it affects their empathy rolls. The solo is worried because it brings them down to the edge of cyberpsychosis. So like, it is still an issue, but it's an issue that can be worked around by either therapy or cloning yourself a new body part for like, once again, 1.5 the cost of a cyber arm. Like, it's the same problem as Shadowrun, but versus Shadowrun where like there's no like fucking like there's like I don't want to say no penalty if you're a tech class. Like there's less penalty if you're a tech class than if you are a magic class. In Cyberpunk, it's the same penalty. It's just the stat you care about is different. But it's the stats tied to the same attribute. I should go check my wheat. Nice.
You can get your arm back with cloning in Cyberpunk, specifically, not in Shadowrun.
In Shadowrun, yeah. In Cyberpunk, yeah. Yeah, we're saying it's bad in Shadowrun because there's no such thing as limb cloning. In Cyberpunk, limb cloning is available to mitigate the issue, but also the issue negatively impacts everyone, not just one class over the others. Google says it's in Shadowrun? Then that must be in a newer edition. Because the edition that my friends tried to get me to play did not have that. Did the version that your friends try to get you to play have cloning, Sprig?
I don't know. I did not get that far because the onboarding was so rough.
Hmm.
Yeah, there you go. It's solved.
Yeah, okay.
Now.
Yeah, so they solved the
That's it.
issue. Okay. Got so many
That
fucking...
doesn't erase the issue from having existed before, which was what we were having the conversation about, but...
Yeah. And also, I guess, like, if you are a wizard, that is, like, money you have to spend on cloning that other people don't.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing in Cyberpunk, though, like, needing to spend more on cloning a limb again.
That's true.
Depending on what your build is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a version of the interaction that is handled better.
Yeah.
Am I getting on the Elden Ring train? Of course he's to obey. I played through Elden Ring quite a while ago, actually, on stream.
Yeah, the new DLC's coming out in, like 48 hours?
I'm probably only gonna get into actually playing it late. but I am gonna be playing it on stream.
I'm probably gonna be playing it too, but like I cannot I can't
See,
I
1 hour
can't
15 minutes apparently.
Oh shit. Well shit, I got less time than I
I
thought.
can't either, but one of my D&D players gifted it to me.
Aw, damn. Damn. Damn, why don't any of my D&D players treat me that nice? Fuck. Y'all know who you are. Yeah. Yeah, just to, like, use, like, the Continue My Grim Hollow example. Yeah, I had a character who was a ranger, lost an arm because they went down, and, fucking... In Grim Hollow, there is a monk subclass called the Iron Crown, or Leaden Crown, that gives you telekinetic fists. After that fight, like, I got a level up, and I fucking just took 1 class point in that telekinetic fist subclass. And fucking, like, literally, not an issue. My character was missing an arm for, like, the entire thing, but she was just using her bow and punching shit with telekinetic fists. Like, it's literally not an issue. Now, if I'm lucky that we had enough, we like, hit a milestone to level up at that point, and, like, it probably would have sucked if I'd been stuck, like, you know, doing melee or, like, firing a crossbow one-handed. But, like, it's a problem that would have been solved. Like, that's the thing in D&D. Because in D&D, multiclassing exists, it's very easy to make up for negatives that are given to you by either adding new class stuff or taking a feat or something. Like, there are exceptions to that. There are some things in D&D that are, like...
almost always a way to restore as well.
That too, yeah.
The only one that I have a complaint for in D&D is I don't think that artificial limbs should take an A attunement slot. I think that's a really dumb cost.
Agreed. And I don't think I've met a single DM that actually counts that. But once again, that is, a fucking rule that has to be...
Exception to a rule.
Yeah, that's a rule that has to be accepted. So, like, yeah, no, that is bad design. I think recent, like, changes have actually removed that attunement for, like, some... Or they've added new limbs that don't require attunement, but I don't know.
They made it so that all of, like, no matter how many replacement limbs you had, they only take 1 attunement
That's still
slot.
bad. But that's still bad.
Yeah. It doesn't do any bonus effect or anything, it's just you get your arm, you get your limb back. That's it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Pathfinder, the mermaid wheelchair requires no attunement. Oh boy. What book are prosthetic limbs in? I think they're in Eberron, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Eberron.
Where's my bow and arrow?
Complex with Pathfinders said some good ideas. I agree. There's a lot of really cool stuff in Pathfinder to draw inspiration from, and, like, that it could do really well. My main issue with it is how hard-coded all of the rules are.
So they removed attunement in Tasha's? Okay, good. Once again, like, it's like... We're not, like, saying, like, oh, this game is bad because blank. We're saying, like, this is a bad design thing that if they haven't fixed it already, they should.
Yep. And it's not just a that bad don't play game. It's a this is a poor interaction and we would like to see it better and possibly hear ideas that we have to make it better.
Yeah. How do I make arrows, Brig? I don't remember.
Stick, arrow, flint.
Stick, arrow, flint. Okay.
Or
Wait,
stick, feather, flint.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit, I don't have any feathers. I don't know how to get feathers in Cobblemon. Shit.
I just looked up because you didn't know it existed. Pathfinder's attunement slots too.
Hmm.
Yeah, D&D items requiring attunement is like the standard almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's really frustrating sometimes, because, like, so, like, I have a character who, for in D&D, who's in a wheelchair. And, like, it's so, this has gotten better, mind you. But, like, it's at a point where it's just kind of like, it's, like, playing a character in a wheelchair is so frustrating in D&D that, like, I just caved and was like, oh, she's already an armor artificer? Fuck it. Her, like, when she activates her armor, it turns into, like, a fucking Iron Man suit, like that lady from fucking, Fallout 4 who's missing her legs. She's using a power armor frame to get around. Which is a very, very cool concept, mind you. But then it's just like, okay, my character's in a wheelchair until it is inconvenient for the mechanic.
Yeah. Rules are only as hard-coded as the table.
Hmm.
That's something that we talked about. But, like, it being hard-coded makes it a requirement to be an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
So that's like, you can have fun at any table in any system, but that system can still be full of bad design decisions.
Yeah.
Like, to use Pathfinder as the example some more, we're playing in Jade's Pathfinder campaign. I believe we have session again tomorrow, actually.
We do.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Same.
It's a great time in the system and having a lot of fun.
I do wish I'd played a different character, but it is very fun.
I don't think I would ever play Pathfinder 2nd Edition again.
Yeah. I don't even mind Pathfinder that much, and I playing it is fine for me because, like, I'm used to, like, systems that are weirdly crunchy in weird places. Because, like, I mean, I love Cyberpunk 2020, for fuck's sake. But, like, yeah, no, Pathfinder has its very weirdly crunchy bits for, like, no reason. Like, just, like, out of no, like, it's just like, oh, yeah, so you can only do this if you have, like, this feat. And it's like, I'm literally raising my shield. What the fuck do you mean?
Or there's the, like... The weather one always sticks out to me. The weather and the, flint and steel ones. You can craft a flint and steel from components without the crafting book for it. Gee, thanks. I can take flint and steel and make flint and steel.
Amazing.
Gee, amazing. What a fantastic feat.
Like, yeah, like, I have a character who's a gunslinger in, like, the game is on hiatus right now, which is unfortunate. And I gave them the Alchemist dedication. And I started really enjoying it, so I was like, oh man, this is really cool, being able to, like, gun in one hand, fucking, like, Molotov cocktail in the other hand. Let me look into, like, maybe I'd have more fun if I was playing just a straight Alchemist. No? Literally, like, Alchemist is so poorly thought out that literally you are better off just playing another class and just, like, fucking, taking it as essentially a multi-class.
That's what I'm doing with CC right now, actually, is I'm playing a, I have Alchemist dedication playing as an inventor.
Fuck. Yeah. Like...
It doesn't feel great.
Yeah, no, it's like... You feel like you're being pulled in two directions.
I have recipes for 3 potions. They can only be level 1 potions. I have to spend more feats on getting higher level potions.
Yeah, and those are feats that are taking away from your main class, so it's like, bruh. I'd almost rather just a straight D&D style multi-class system.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Cass. The feat probably can be solved with free archetype feats, but like, once again, that is an exception you need to make to the rule. Like, we're not bad-mouthing these systems. I want to make that plain. Like, it's just we have complaints about them. Like, I personally don't mind Pathfinder. It's just I never want to DM it ever again.
Are you not using free archetype in that game? No, that's the rule is just you have the archetype for the stuff.
Apparently apparently it's a variant rule. Which, once again, variant rules that are just better than the default rules. Like, that seems to be a running theme. Like, once again, like, we are not, like, bad-mouthing these systems. It's just, like, we have our complaints.
We have our complaints, and especially as people who are working on making our own RPGs, it is useful to identify these kind of things so that we can try to learn from them so that we can make our system better in the long run.
Yeah.
Using them as a source of information.
Yeah, like, I don't like class systems because they lead to Sprague, say the word.
Homogeneity?
Thank you. Homogeneity. Fuck, I always have trouble saying that word. It's, buh. Yeah, like, I feel classes in a lot of systems lead to massive homogeneity. So my system is going to be more of a freeform class system where your class, quote-unquote, is basically you just building into an archetype with the way that your character would do that thing. So the example I always use is, like, are you like if you want to be a hacker, or are you a social engineering hacker, or are you like a hacking the mainframe like movie hacker? Like what you at? And Sprig, I think, is doing a different way. Like, I think you're just using it just default straight up classes, right?
No, I am going with a classless system as well. But I am doing a almost Arcade inspired class system where it's you pick a few things to assemble together into a class.
Okay.
So your character build comes from a variety of different things that you select, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so like mine, your character class comes from your species, your family background, and the skills you pick. Yours probably comes from something.
Mine is you have your ancestry, your origin, your calling, your spark, and your flare. So your ancestry is your race, functionally, your species, race, ancestry, all the same thing. You understand what I mean by it?
Yeah.
The shape that you were born in. Your origin is where in the world you came from and the culture that you originate from. Your calling is basically your D&D background is what you did before you were an adventurer, or your non-combat skill origins. Your spark is your source of power, which is like, to use Avatar as the example, Zuko's firebending comes from his rage initially, and then he has to go on a journey to change it near the end of the series. Your spark is functionally the same. It is a source of power that you can go on a journey to change.
Which, that'd be fun.
And it's, like, not quite a class or subclass on its own, but it's you get abilities from it that help you to generate the resource that you use for all of your abilities.
Yeah, and like, to like a similar degree as well, like, cause like, I imagine you don't like your shit being like super, like, locked in stone either, right? Like,
I like committing to the choices that you make, but that's about it.
yeah, but like, okay, so like, for example, like, in like my setting for my thing, like, your, like, species, cause like, race as we know it doesn't really exist in this world because it's like everyone has been genetically spliced in some way, shape, or form, and like you're so far in the future that like ethnicity-based races kind of don't exist because there's been so many years of just basically like people moving, interbreeding, fucking like emigrating, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that like it's not really feasible to do that, especially when you have fucking animal people going around. The idea being like your species, like who you are, is something that is like malleable. Yeah, so it's like, oh, you were born an elephant? All right, cool. Like, oh, you want to be something else? Okay, cool. Like for enough money, you can like just get spliced into something else. And like seeing as your species gives you like direct fucking like stat shit, you can alter your class in like a very neat way that way. And like same thing with your genealogy. Did your parents give you like a recessive gene that kind of makes you a little bit, you know, slow on the uptake when it comes to social things? All right, well, hey, have this, like, you take this, and we can replace that strand of your DNA with something that makes you maybe a little bit more sociable, you know, or even just like a chip in your head. Oh, cool! A poisonous zombie that can teleport like an Enderman. That's great.
Yeah, I'm not 100% how far I'm gonna go into those in the Wild West one. Just cause that's just a playtest thing anyway.
Yeah.
But I can say for sure my like main fantasy setting is going to be a little more. I'm aiming for like a heroic high fantasy where like everything is a legend, everything is magical kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of going the opposite direction. Mine's a cyberpunk world where everything is disposable, including people. Like everything is disposable, everything is recyclable. Like the heroes you hear about like on TV, like the greatest the greatest heroes and like greatest street legends and all that. Like they come and go like a TikTok meme. Because for everyone who comes out and is like being like this big dick hero who's like, you know, sticking it to the corporations, or this big corporate hero who's, you know, like serving the company, the moment they die, there's another schmuck ready to take their place. Like, and I really like that as a concept. Like this idea, like legends and like myth and stuff is so malleable that things can change. Just someone could be like the greatest hero one day, be their greatest villain the next day, and then be dead and forgotten the next after that. Like, I really like that as a concept, because it's like, if you think about it, like, in our world, like, that's kind of a thing. Like, if you think about it, like, how many, like, memes have come and gone, like, in the 2 hours we've been talking? Or 3 hours we've been talking, sorry. Yeah, like, how many ideas, how many atrocities have happened this year that people just don't think about? Like, I don't want to get, like, super... I don't want to get political, but, like, fucking, like, when was the last time you heard about Ukraine?
Like yesterday?
It's not... It's not, like, super on the news, though, is what I'm getting at. It's like...
Yeah, I don't really watch the news, so I...
Yeah.
Because
like,
Yeah, the traditional news is difficult to watch because they kind of, like...
It's awful.
There's a lot of really deeply entrenched bias because they're kind of owned.
Yeah. But like that's my point though. It's like we have like stuff like happening, and like so much of it is just like, all right, next thing's come along. Time to forget about that thing. Someone so there was actually like research on this. Like the average like attention span for your like normal like normie public person who's not like super involved in everything is 6 months. So if some atrocity happens or if you do something fucky, you just need to wait 6 months and everyone will forget.
Yep.
Yep. And I really want to lean into that as like a theme of just like this whole thing of like everything is disposable. You're only the biggest while you're relevant. So that'd be the thing that keeps like these like, well, I don't really know what I want to call them because I can't call them runners or edge runners because like that's just cyberpunk and I don't want to fucking just bite that. So I'll just say adventurers for now. Like your average run-of-the-mill adventurer, like they get like big. They have like their big like Konpeki Plaza like legend moment. And then they got to get the next one because next week someone else like hits a bigger hotel. Well, shit. Now no one knows who you are. You were getting free drinks at the bar like for doing like this cool ass fucking job like a week ago. Now everyone has already forgotten. It's the next guy's turn. So you got to get out there and get your next hit. It's like that constant source of like validation and money and fame and fortune. You have to like it's a treadmill. Like, it's something, like, I kind of notice is, like... Sorry, go ahead.
Honestly, I love the idea of leaning into the TikTok idea of it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, like, hard-pulling, like, branded TikTok, but I love the idea that every one of your, like, the characters is, like, on the clock, so to speak. You only have so long in the spotlight. You only matter for a little while.
Yeah.
And, like, you really have to constantly be going, and that TikTok honestly just feels really thematic as a word to be using.
Yeah. Like that's like explicitly what I wanted to do, like as I was thinking about it. I was like Cyberpunk and Shadowrun are based off of the zeitgeist of the 80s. Like I was like, okay, well like if I wanted to do like something like cyberpunky that's like, you know, modern, what would I do? And I just see like, oh, TikTok, right. And you know what? Yeah, this is gonna sound really bad, but you know like what like just kind of like nailed it for me as like, oh, yeah, no, this would be what it would be like. Do you remember Northern Lion?
I don't know who that is.
It's a YouTuber that was like really popular in like 2012. He hung out with like Jesse Cox, Total Biscuit, and all them. So he's still streaming, but he has fallen off super hard. He had a mild resurgence a few years ago. He's that guy in that one thing you see sometimes get posted on Twitter. It's like, all right, now I'm not advocating for violence. Maybe we should beat this guy with hammers. Let's beat this guy with hammers. Like, you know the one, right?
I think I know of that clip, at least.
Yeah. He had a massive resurgence when that went viral. And now his streams are just him saying random bullshit like that, hoping to get, like, another shot of, like, virality. Like, it's actually kind of sad. Because this man is, like, in his, like mid to late 40s now. And, like, I saw that, like, while I was kind of thinking of this idea, and I was like, yeah, no, that would be what Cyberpunk would be if it came out now.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, people, like the Edge Runner equivalent would just be, they'd functionally just be influencers. Like, trying to, like, regain their fucking, like, constant virality.
So there was a cyberpunk setting I was working on very briefly with Spook Greg, where what we had called them was jobbers. And the idea was that it was, adventuring was like a DoorDash style job.
Oh, okay.
Where it's just like, there's this thing that we need done. What's the thing? Oh, there's a gang of goblins have infested the parking lot.
I love that.
So it's you know, your mega dungeon of the week
There's this parking lot.
Is just a like 8-story parking structure.
I unironically adore that. Holy shit.
And the idea was that there was an app that you had to get, and you could hire jobbers from the app to go and do whatever needed to get done.
I absolutely fucking love that. It's amazing. Yeah, like, I still don't know what I want to do. Because, like, I don't want to be too on the nose and just call them influencers. You know? But, like, at the same time, I also don't want to, like, make it so, like, you're literally recording TikToks. I don't want to do that. Like, I want it to be, like the thing of, like, you do this badass thing, it spreads throughout, like, all of, like, the rumor sites and everything. Like, another idea I had was, like, calling them idols, but, like, that also doesn't feel right. Fuck! Okay, I need to, like, get some armor or something. Jesus, I need to actually, like, make some armor. Fuck. But, like, I don't know. It's like, I want something that's, like, it's not a real term, but it, like, apes the real term, quote-unquote. I suck at Minecraft combat? Yeah, because when I played Minecraft, like, fucking, like, more often, you know how you swung a sword? How you fought with a sword? You went... Click, 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 click. Now you gotta swing. Wait. Swing. Wait. Swing. Wait. I am trying to fucking, like, resist, like, the muscle memory of when I was, like, fucking 12. Don't forget crit jump. What the fuck is crit jump?
If you swing while you're falling after a jump, like right after the apex of your jump, it deals more damage.
Breh. I don't eat food while on low health. But food doesn't heal you, though, anymore. Because it does hunger.
You only regenerate when your hunger is up, like, within 1.5 of full.
Oh. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I thought like health. I remember when pork chops just gave you like a heart and a half, and you just walk around with like a 64 stack of pork chops.
Yeah.
There's so much
Yeah,
rotten
you pretty
flesh.
much just need to always be eating. As long as your hunger is not full, your health is not regenerating.
Hmm.
So, like, a pork chop roughly gives you a heart and a half again. It's just not instant.
Okay. Why can't I equip this hat? New Minecraft mechanics are bullshit, though. Yeah, they feel it.
I am ascending to the slime free zone.
No slimes allowed. I'm sorry, Uzi.
In my clubhouse.
Oof. Alright, my wrist is starting to hurt, actually. I think I'm gonna turn off my... I'm probably gonna, like, just hang around on the chat, with y'all, with you and my chat. But, like, I don't think I'm gonna stop Minecraft for a bit. 'Cause, ow.
That's fair. I can, screen share on Discord if you want to share.
No, I can see, I can...
with chat.
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be good, yeah. Oh, actually, I might just end my stream, actually, because... Ow. I'm holding the spacebar to go up the thing. And my entire hand just spasmed. Yes, I probably need to go actually, like, rest my hand for a bit.
That's fair.
So I'm probably gonna just raid into you. I assume, like, majority of our viewership is shared, but so, like, so it's not gonna be a big bump, but it'd be fine.
Probably.
Yeah. Alright.
Twitch being drunk again, it's impossible to tell what my actual viewership is anymore.
Yeah, same. I've got 3 different view counts. I've got the view count that's built into my stream deck. I've got the view count on OBS. And I've got the view count on the website, and all 3 of them are showing different numbers.
So like, I have to share this because like,
Mm-hmm.
Twitch says that it's as long as they're watching, then they count as a viewer.
Yeah.
It's not true. Right now, OBS is saying I have 18 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my channel does because I can't look at it right now.
Yeah.
But if we don't count known bots, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
Yeah.
So it's only off by 20.
Alright, I'm not gonna count it. I'm not gonna just count it like manually like you saw. On my channel, it says on my channel page, which is like a 4th one, it says 22. On my dashboard, it says 23. On my stream deck, it says 24. On OBS, it says 20. Which one's real? I'm good hand resting. I'm eagerly waiting tomorrow. Me too.
Try to remember to interact periodically in the hopes that it helps. Yeah, it's just, I was talking about this recently again, too. I don't tend to really worry about the numbers that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, for the sake of when you're doing the live streaming, you don't really have any other way to gauge if you're still being entertaining. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, if someone isn't enjoying the stream, they'll just leave. Cool. I'm not gonna ask you to stay if you're not having fun or you're not cozy, because that's not why I'm here. I want you to be happy and cozy.
Yeah, same. So I just did a manual count in my chat thing, like discounting things that I think are bots. I'm a 34. So like that's another number, but like because like I don't think they're counting lurkers. Thank you for the follow, Heck you Grun. Thank you. Yeah. So like that's like another thing. Like I know there's a few people there that are definitely lurkers. Like.
Yeah, it's Twitch says that they count anyone that's watching, but they really don't. They really visibly, demonstrably do not.
Yeah. Like once again, like some of those people might be bots. Some of them I know them, like, and I know they're not talking in chat because like they're either working or they're just lurking because they're not like talking. They don't like to talk in chat. I don't like to talk in chat very often. Like Sprig, like 99% of the time when I'm in your stream, you don't know I'm there because I don't chat. Like
same.
Yeah.
It's like same for me to you too.
Yeah.
I very irregularly actually engage in chat.
Yeah.
If I do.
Restless memories.
I'm always lurking on you too.
Yeah. I need to get my own lurk emote. Okay,
I need to get more emotes in general.
Yeah, I was gonna get more
They gave us
for
an
my...
expanded limit.
Yeah, I was gonna get more for my re-debut because I've got a few that still have the old sweater, design. But like, fuck, dude, it is expensive. My emote guy, in order to get like all like redesigns of all my old emotes into the new design, be $80, not counting any new ones I want.
Wow.
Yeah, to be fair, that's a lot of emotes he's doing though.
True.
Yeah.
My emote artist I go to, I believe, is like $30 for 6 emotes.
That's not bad. Good.
It's about $5 a pop.
Yeah, mine is, my guy's $10 a pop. I mean, like, he does good stuff, like... It's just like, and he's my friend, but it's like... Oh, jeez, that's monies. Alright,
I am fortunate because the artist that I usually get my emotes and stuff from, because she is from Argentina, like, I am able to pay her an amount that is, like, closer to the actual livable wage for the work done.
thank you for this, Stretchy. I actually kind of needed that from my back. But yeah, no, like, that's honestly, that's why, like, when I'm commissioning art, a lot of the time, a lot of the people I try and commission are people from, like the, like, Eastern Europe. Like Ukraine and stuff there, because, like, their money is kind of fucked right now. So, like, something that's, like, not super expensive for me is a livable wage there. And it's like, I would rather... Like, one, I don't have a lot of money in general. And I would rather pay someone, like, for decent art that, like, gets them food for a day than someone who's like, well, I guess that's like McDonald's for lunch. You know?
Yeah.
Like, nothing against, like, American artists or whatever, but it's like... I feel more... I feel better about it.
Makes you feel guilty to, like, to pay the same amount of work for, or amount of money for the same work. It doesn't
Go as
feel
far.
right. You want to tip, you want to pay more, but, like, also can't afford to.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's like... I don't know, like... At the same time, though, sometimes I do feel really shitty, because I'm just like... sometimes I feel like it's just like... Like, I'm taking advantage. I'm getting high-quality artwork for, like, a cheap price, but it's literally just like, no, I would rather the person I'm paying be able to, like, exist an entire day versus 5 minutes on what I paid them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's probably how fucking, like, that's probably how plantation owners fucking felt, too, which is unfortunate. Alright, so I'm gonna raid over to you, Squeaky. Everybody, raid message is the cookie emote. Just the cookie emote. Bring Squeaky the cookies. Cookie. Live the plantation. No! Oh god. Live the Cyber Confederate. Alright, have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow at like 4 o'clock. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Live Chat.